Yeah, no microphone control on this screen, so I won't forget to unmute it. What I did forget to do, though, was set the volume on this machine lower, so I'm going to do that, because I'm probably going to deafen myself. Because I'm running very late here. And part of that was, I've had a lot of disappearing files lately. Loads of disappearing files. Anyone who's used modern operating systems will have run into this, I'm sure. And so I had the thumbnails on my memory stick, which they're made on this, my Armada 3500. I use a 90s laptop to do all the channel graphics and stuff. Because it works, I don't want to relearn a new interface just to get the same outcome. It would probably take longer because the tools now are probably worse anyway. And I had copied them because I've got a video to go up on the main channel, and then I realised that I need to edit something in it. And so by then I had to go to sleep, so I was like, right, whatever. But I had the video and the thumbnails on that memory stick, and I'd done the thumbnails for this at the same time. So yeah, those have disappeared somehow. I don't know. It's probably the fucking virus protection shit just like gets arsey or something. It's probably what goes on, would be my guess. It gets annoyed at anything. I'm forever having to disable it if I plug in like a flash drive or something. So you have any executable on there, you know, you have something like N format on there, it's going to get angry with you. It's going to go, oh, you can't have that because it's like it accesses the machine. So you fucking really? Well, really? Now, I'm going to start this machine real quick. I want to start this. And I'm also going to say I probably can't make this Thursday. So we'll just have to do things next Thursday. But that's whatever. You know, that's kind of expected of me, I think. Like, the problem is my schedule is just so unpredictable. I'm going to have to learn to stop trying to plan things in advance. Like, I think we managed to maintain a rough sort of schedule, but we're not great at it. But like I said, it's to be, we understand this is how it goes. But yeah, I want to show you this, because this is my K5, and this runs damn near anything from this sort of era. This machine's newer than the game. As you would think, you know, well, it's a K5. It's got an ATI Max 64 in it. It's got a Teratech Maestro 3296, a bit of an unusual sound card. It's on the Crystal codec, which they're pretty good. They usually work. And so you think this will work. You'd think everything will just work. The display looks weird though. Oh, I see what's weird with it. That's fine. I probably need to fix that at some point. I'm just going to ignore it for today. It'll work. So yeah, you know, you think this will work. So my sound card's set up just fine. Well, that might be wrong. That might actually be the external thing, but it is valid on the card. This is all right. You can't set up graphics or anything in this. Can you remap the keys? Oh, you can. Good. I'm going to do that when we get going. But yeah, check this out. Problem execing Hexen need to be in same... Well, we started it from the same directory. It's right fucking there, you blind idiot. The fuck's this about? Okay, you figure, well, that doesn't matter. It must have saved the configuration. We'll just start Hexen. Like, that's not a problem. Stalls the whole machine out. And then just sort of prints errors. We wonder why this game wasn't a big hit. Running on fucking IdTech, always a bit of a recipe for a fucking disaster. You know, they really went onto a winner there. Personally, in 1996, by then I would have just licensed the fucking build engine. I doubt Ken was that expensive. I mean, he could have charged more by then because of having been... what are we on about? Oh no, but I've just caught something. I've realised what's wrong. Actually, why doesn't... You see here, you can see my cursor when I put it there. Why am I getting the white text? Because that's the same... Oh, that's weird, because I could see that. You see, I could see it, but you couldn't see it? That's strange. But in any case, I think the chroma keying's on, so I'll go and turn that off while that machine starts. Yeah, it is on. I'll turn that off. It's not on for me, I wonder where that got turned on. Maybe yeah, it's not like I can knock that by accident because I have to go in a menu to do it. You know, modern software is so weird. Like, I don't like it. Like, I like this old shit because it's predictable, and when it's not predictable, it's usually easy to fix. Like this thing, if it fails, you know, if this just failed randomly now, I could probably figure it out in less than a minute as to why it wasn't working. Like, I could sit there and be like, well, did I change something? Did I change a setting? Like, oh yeah, that's right. You know, I was like testing whatever, so I reallocated like an interrupt, like on a PCI device. You know, I've got an interrupt left on that I don't need, so that's probably causing it. It's probably gone on interrupt 15. You know, it's masking that, and that will fuck this thing up. Or, you know, it could be like if it just nothing, I'd be like, well, it's probably just the bloody flash ROM on the thing is fucked the RAM on it's gone, and it's surface mount, so I can't repair it, and it's sad, but yeah, at least we'd know. So yeah, we're on the trusty Pentium 66 again, which is probably not going to be that quick. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just. I mean, logically to me, 1996, we'd had a couple of build games out. And I would have, you know, you assume you're making games, you're probably into games, you know, as somebody who makes them. You probably like playing PC games, and, you know, you'd think they'd have been playing the latest releases, so they've seen id doing a cash-in with Doom 2, which is really just Doom 1 with some new, even worse levels, and it's still an unreliable piece of shit, and all their previous engines have been slow, unreliable pieces of shit. And I'd have seen like a couple other things coming out. I'd have seen Dark Forces would have been out. Like, well, I don't think Lucas will license as a Jedi engine, unfortunately. Would have been nice if they'd licensed that out to other studios. I'd love to have seen how far it could have gone. You know, and you'd have seen the build games coming out. You'd have seen Tech War, ambitious but kind of not very good, and things like that. And you'd have been, fuck, hey, that engine's really good. And he seems like he'll just license it to nearly anyone. Let's get in touch with that guy. Like, that engine already does the things we want to do, like right out of the box. We should use that. And Ken would have been probably quite happy, you know, they'd probably been, oh man, more people want to license my engine. Like, I'm getting a bit overwhelmed with all the support calls, but I'm raking it in. I'm going to do it. Can we slide sectors around in your engine? Oh yes, you can do that. Yeah, to pick who we're going to play as. So we have this Berser who has a sword, so automatically he's the worst, because fuck using swords, and they always look bad in fast-passing games from this time especially, and it just looks a little bit gay. And as much as that would be quite funny, you know, it's the same sort of irony as me playing the fucking Weeb Garley game that we played before. I'm not really in the mood for that. We have this dude who, he bloody clubs things pretty hard. You know, we could totally, he's who I usually play as. I've got him, where his bloody stupid staff weapon there, it shoots and doesn't consume ammo, but it's so fucking weak. Now this dude, he bludgeons everything to fucking death. We'll use him. We'll be a priest. We'll go and molest the choir boys while we're at it here. But yeah, do not expect me to complete this game. I forgot to remap the keys. You see, they've done the impossible in this game. Check this out. Oh yeah, it's got a jump button. But it's mapped to the question mark, which is like a one-handed control. Like, I would use that when I was a kid. I'd have had my left hand sort of there. But it makes like running and stuff and strafing quite awkward. My hand's too big for that. But here, look, I'll show you. Like, you know, it's how the fucking... I've got big hands, I can't do that. I want it over on here. Or like X. X would work. You know, these are the sort of default key maps for things that are running on Jedi and build. Once again, have the much more logical decisions. So every time I want to jump, I'm going to have to take my hand off the keyboard and move it. Look, you see, we got rotating sectors. Now, yeah, I'm impressed by the ambition that you tried to do this on a piece of shit game engine like id Tech. They won't go back, you know. There's a one-shot deal. We can't stand and admire them. Missed out there, I think. It's going to annoy the traps in the room. That sets the tone for what this game is going to be like. It's like the Ion Blaster out of Terminal Velocity. Oh, for fuck's sake, they go off just for that. Well, fuck picking those up then. That's a bit of a fucking rip-off. I don't remember which one it's behind. It's always on the right-hand side, so it's definitely not these. Well, once again, a beautiful colour palette this game has. It's very pretty. I always thought a bit of the debris looks like the flatulence thing that you... Okay, right, yeah. You know, the blue flash. We've seen the lags already creeping in, but I really don't feel like digging it. I'm trying to think what the fastest CPU was when this game came out, because it probably couldn't handle it. You know, we saw... I mean, Doom, right? Doom 2, we actually managed to play on my K5, and it chirked pretty hard at times. You know, that thing will do, like, VGA mode Duke 3D start to finish with generally better performance. Once again, build is just the better engine. There's no two ways about it. And this is where people get angry with me, because, you know, I sit here and I advocate for shit like not making cross-platform code and not open sourcing things, because cross-platforming anything just makes it perform worse, and open sourcing anything, having it as like multiple contributions, is too many cooks spoil the broth. It's just bad. It's not good practice. Don't do it. Keep your code to yourself and make it for one thing, to do one job. And then you can put loads of features in it and shit, and it'll perform really well. You know, you should do this sometime. Like, even if you're not in the programming, right? Because the source code came out now, like, after its commercial lifetime, it's fine. Then I think you should have to release the source code. Like, after 5 years of the thing not being sold or whatever, I think it should actually go public domain. Because, I mean, by then you should have come up with a new product that nobody's going to give a fuck about the old one anymore. You know, so you're not going to be stepping on your own toes by doing that. You just knew something's going to happen. Oh, that's right. Luckily, it's really easy. You just sort of rub against it and run really fast. Even though being crushed is quite fun. Because, I mean, go and look at the source code for the Doom engine. It's a fucking unreadable mess. And there's no reason for it, because it's like, well, this is written in C, and it wasn't written for PCs originally. It wasn't bloody Next Steps or something. Some piece of shit. I'm fairly certain you get stuck in those, you know, and the temptations are to do it, so I can just quit the game now, but I won't. Ah, fuck's sake. Let's go back and get that health back. Now I can show you a point of reference in case you're unfamiliar with the things in the game. But yeah, like, it's the same health pickups as fucking Heretic. I wonder how many cycles of my processor it's using to bounce them up and down like that. I wouldn't have been wasting cycles. I swear a bit of the debris from this, like, looks a bit like what there's one in there. Fucking texture scaling's bad. I swear. Or it's a bit like that edible confetti that they have at weddings. They never have enough of it. I always eat all of it. It tastes funny. I think it's like rice paper or something. Yeah, we're going over there. We're going in there. You're going to get crushed. They're all going to get crushed to death. And I'm going to fucking laugh. And it's going to be not really a great time, but it's going to be some sort of time. They will rue the day that they messed with the fucking... What was this dickhead's name again? The cleric. It's really like at a fucking church or something. Fucking clerics and priests. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. You know, maybe if we're like defeating the forces of like Satan or something, maybe I'll like this game a little more. But yeah, right. I can't remember what I was... Oh yeah. Go and have a look at the build source code, right? And it's an unreadable mess. But there's a difference in the way in which it's an unreadable mess. And then it becomes quickly apparent that that build's unreadable mess is just because it comes out of the mind of a madman. You know, he wanted it to perform well and do a lot of things, and so most of that complete and utter chaos that makes it up, you can tell has been done for the sake of making it better. You know, it was a case of, no, I want these features in, I've got to find a way to do that on a crappy 486. And so I'm going to do that anyway, and then nobody's going to stop me, and I'm going to find some genius solution to this problem to make this work. And so that engine does all sorts of bloody weird shit just to keep the performance good, and it makes it hard to read because it's a machine's got to run it, and not a human, and Ken Silverman's brain probably isn't wired like anybody else's. You know, he probably does think a bit like a machine, and that's pretty good. The id-Tech engine, you look at that, and it's more just the case of, what the fuck are you trying to do? Why is it doing that? It just makes no fucking sense. It's like, that just comes across as it was probably written by a bit of a fool. Which is probably why it doesn't run on a lot of things, and likes to crash all the time, and likes to perform badly. It's an argument we've had many times about which engine is faster, but we've seen Duke Nukem on this machine, and it runs quite well, and does a lot more shit than this game. As soon as I touch... Hang on a minute. Alright, I remember now. I remember in the events out of order. I'm sure it went off before and I could crush those misters. That sucks. It's another one of these just run really fast moments. You know, the traps aren't much of a threat, and... Can I break that? Oh yeah! Cool, it's got breakable items. These stupid fucking... It's such a fucking chore just having to bash everything. You see why I picked this guy now? What's that, to show you can stack sprites on top of each other or something? I mean, this is going to look like a fucking mess. You know, everything about this just says it feels like the devs regretting the engine they chose. We'll just break everything. It's probably worth loads of money, that shit. Serve them right. That messes with my aiming. Check that out. I'll take my right hand off. Melee weapons in all the id-Tech running games, they always behave like the chainsaw, where they drag you around, and it's like, where to show that you just lifted code, you know? It's pretty lousy. Anyway, I should be able to leave now, or is dinging it twice broken something? I almost wonder if the goily bastards are better to just be avoided. You know, should I just run away? I could probably get the stupid infight and shit to happen. You can bet that's still in here. No, they're not going to do it though, are they? Because that'd be convenient to me. And they tie you to pieces. You know, I always got the impression that the guy I play as was like the dev's least favourite, and they just didn't really think about the game playing from his perspective. And that's probably why it's going to present us with an unwinnable situation 3 levels in. Oh shit. And the levels are huge in this game. You see, this first one, this is misleading. Deary me. This is misleading because it looks like it's going to play a lot like Heretic. You know, we're just playing like, you know, Super Heretic. No, this game plays nothing like that most of the time. It's completely different. But now you've been misled into thinking that, so I enjoyed Heretic. I might enjoy this game. No. This game's completely different in how it plays. It does not play like Heretic. It plays like its own fucking thing. It's very convoluted. I'm sure there was more Ettins in there. They're called Ettins, those weird 2-head things, I think. It sounds like some old ladies' knitting club. I know, some elderly lady who likes to knit at the very least.
Oh, listen what Etting's knitting. Oh, she's making a grandson a new hat. She's just got a new basque.
I don't know. Save over whatever there is. And then exit the game to try remapping the keys, because that's really annoying me. Who would map that to the fucking question mark? Like, why would you ever do that? That's ridiculous. Is there anything else I need to know about? There's no drop button in this, is there? Which is a shame, because I'd like to gas myself. Ah, yes, it still has the weird flying controls, because insert is the key I naturally think of for going down, given it's in the top left of that block of keys. You know, just everything about that. And it's right next to home and page up on the same row. Yes, down. That makes sense. Inverted axes make sense on, like, a joystick. It's just like flight controls. But then this dude doesn't have wings. Ah, yes, page down to go up. Page up to go... Ah, man. Yeah, okay. What a fucking shit show that is. I don't... Centre... It's got a centre key mapped, but it doesn't work. You can't re-centre the view. Oh, I ain't got a clue. Anyway. Well, it ignored that. That's nice of it. So we're going to be jumping with the question mark key.
Greetings, mortal. Are you ready to die?
Are you? I think he already did, quite some time ago. Is the elevator not work now? Oh, go ahead. Well, that's alright, there's water down there. No, you missed your chance, elevator. You are not transporting me now. Get used to seeing this, because we're going to be in here for a long time. Everything is going to... You're going to see it doesn't play like Heretic. It's very different. Oh, we got floor panning. Well, that's the thing, I suppose. You know, I'm kind of stuck here. It'd been an id-tech game. With id-techy collision, we've kind of got to deal with this shit. These little conveniences, you know, that you take for granted. That you just don't get over here. You know, it's pretty dirty looking, really, this game, I suppose. I'm not saying it looks bad, but... This is 96 this came out. Came out in 1996. Looks 2 years out of date already. It's a bit of a shame, because like I said, there is quite some ambition behind this thing. I get my weapon in here, don't I? Somewhere. Give me the gas bottles. Oh yeah, there's the gas. But you notice all these healths, don't just pick them up, like, you know, don't just piss them away. Oh right, it's on top of there, isn't it? It's different for every dude you play as. Yeah, it's all going to keep sending us back out here, and we're going to keep seeing this. Oh, we're getting the mana. What is this? The fucking... Yeah, we've been sent into the wander the desert, are we? Great. I don't think this game has deserts in it. I'm not sure, in all honesty. Oh yeah, that's right. I got to club him to death. They almost look Chinese, these enemies. You know? Looks like something out of China mythology. Maybe it is. I could see the devs been into that sort of thing. Aha! Nice. Spawn my weapon behind me. Where is he? There he is. You know, if you go right up against them, like that, shove it right in their face. Oh, fuck's sake. You actually do get some health back, so it has, like, pretty cool feature, I suppose. You know, it's pretty neat. It's almost like the life leech in Blood. There's one, you know, I wonder if this game or that one... I'd say this was more reliable than Blood, this game. This fucking... You know, I'd questioned it. It's like, why, if that's such an inconvenient place for the key, and it can be remapped, why Did I tolerate it back then? Why did I just play the game like that? Well, that's obviously why, because even though there's an option, it can't be remapped. It's probably hard-coded, you know, they probably, rather than binding it to any sort of, like, check for this sort of stuff. Actually, no, I want the mana. We're going to need it, because you always run out of it. The green one, I think, is the worst. We don't have anything using that yet, but I remember it being in short supply. And we've got ice physics. More stuff that would have been quite trivial to do in build. I mean, the Doom engine games, you feel quite slippy anyway. It really is like a milk float on ice. So given the ice mechanics, you know, it's really just going to make it worse. You actually get to see how bad the movement is in this game, somewhere in this level. It's in the Guardian of Steel. Don't know where he thinks he's going. I feel like the AI wigged out. I hear those noises. Those are teleporting noises. Get used to hearing those. Guardian of Fire, Guardian of Steel. It's your two entryways. Fucking thing's a mess, man. Yeah, like, am I supposed to run away? But yeah, the teleporting shit, right? That happens in that hub area all the time. You will just randomly get monsters coming in. You know, I'm probably going to die here, right? I think it will automatically... No, it won't. It's supposed to. Alright, fair enough. So it does accept that, for some reason. Oh, the lag. Okay, now we're back. Still a bit laggy. How is this such an unoptimised piece of shit? Well, we've got to go through that again. But yeah, this is the area I was talking about, where vistas will just randomly appear in it, so you're never really safe here. You know, you can just be stood there, you know, you can't let your guard down. And really it's pretty annoying, it adds nothing. It's this thing of non-linearity, to me, is just a sign of somebody who's creatively bankrupt. That's all it is. Again, this has been quite a controversial view for some people. You know, when I design levels for Duke 3D, you find there's quite a lack of non-linearity in stuff I build. At most, it will involve you walking, like, perpendicular over a path you've already been on. Like, think of the elevator leading back into the motion sensor room in Marine Maiming. And that's as far as I'll go with non-linearity. Maybe I'll drop, like, a couple of ammo boxes or something in there, like, so the player's got a reason to be back there. Maybe they think they didn't notice it before, when in reality, I've only just added that in. I really shouldn't do this, because that door's going to draw my attention. You know, that's as far as I go. It's obvious where you got to go, so that's... Or it's just sending me back to the same area and shit, and giving me nothing for it. So what I was on about with all the bloody flat chat fucking things, you know, like there's a finite supply, and so you can't just go eating all of them right from the get-go. Howdy, LMAO. We go hearing someone from UK talking about... Yeah, I don't know what it is about people. People on this continent, it's all about the fucking microcomputers, and of course in the UK it's always the ZX Spectrum shit, which I've yet to own a working one. The only working Spectrum I've ever seen is a Byte. It comes from Belarus. There's a Soviet clone, and for some reason that one works. But good luck finding a TV that it'll work with. So of course it's weird C-cam shit. It has more RAM, I think, than the regular Spectrum, so it's actually got its own software. But I can't be doing micros, it's just... yeah, no. People are weird. I don't tend to to be very welcome in the sort of circles of hobbyists in my country. I don't think they like me very much. It suits me fine. At least I left an impression. I should save the game here, really. You know, I'm going to unleash the poison gas. Yes. Oh, it didn't stop him. It didn't stop him. Luckily, they are pretty stupid. They will just walk into it. I mean, our guy's pretty stupid as well. You'd think he'd throw it, but he doesn't throw it. He just sort of drops it on his feet. Hey, can I bash them from up here? Oh, cool. That's way easier. Well, I guess there's no processing on the Z-axis for that. Yeah, the fucking collision where it can back you into a corner. You can't push them. They don't have that. Like you see, if I push against him, it doesn't push him back. If my dude's that strong, you'd think he'd be able to push these guys around. Amulet of Warding. Can't remember what it does. It's like Heretic, where it gives you all these random inventory items, but the levels don't act like Heretic, as I say. They're sort of their own thing, because it sent us to this zone, and we've just come in this zone, and there is like, what, 2 rooms, really? Because we've got the starting area here, we've got this area, this isn't really a room, it's a hub corridor. Micros were still around a little bit when I was a kid. You still saw a few people with them, but I mean, it was just because people were kind of A, poor, or B, too bloody tight-fisted to really buy anything better. A lot of the generation who were adults then kind of hated technology, and they're still quite proud of the fact they don't know how to work it. It's like an achievement to them. But yeah, so we have that corridor, and then we've got this room. And so it sends us back here, and so this is what I mean. We're going to have to get used to seeing this. There will be another open door, I don't remember which one. Oh, okay. That figures, it's the Guardian of... I don't know, do we get Guardian of Steel? Because I think that's on this side, so can you do them either order? I don't know, I think this side, but this is my brain, and my brain, when it remembers an image, inverts left and right. Because there's no constant reference for it. Like, you would have to paint one side of the room a different colour. I don't know, you see, I noticed I don't have this problem. When I remember things on birds, it's always right, it's always correct. And I think that's because you've got your constant reference between port and starboard, so I've always got that to fall back on. Whereas, you give me something like this where it's symmetrical, I don't have a point of reference, and so, well, it could be either one, and my brain will just return a random result. Oh, for fuck's sake. So this is what I mean, it just spawns these random misters in, and you notice there's a lack of mana in the level. If I had been using that weapon, I'd have run out of it a long time ago. And so you really don't want to use it very much. You know, you got to keep bludgeoning things, which I said at the start, you know, I wasn't picking the other dude, because he has the stupid pew-pew that does like no damage and is super slow, and the other guy with his dodgy looking bloody sword, like as if he's compensating for something like a fucking weed. That was bullshit. Quite like the music in here. It's ill-fitting to the game, but it's quite fun. It sounds like you're about to go on like a shopping spree in like the fucking like Costa del fucking Lotta or whatever. 1/3 of the puzzle has been solved on the 7 portals. Well, I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to that. If we see that message 3 times, the whole puzzle has been solved. We'll be on to a fucking winner there. Well, I quite like how when you walk in the lava, it spawns smoke with transparency on it. Ah, shit, get me out of that. If only we could put the jump key on the bloody A button, but... Ah, what a grind, man. You know, this probably is the sort of shit D&D people would play in that, isn't it? Gripping gameplay with... They really did try and extend this out. How many map files are in this game? Like, is there not many of them? Did they realise they only had like 10 levels or something and they just had to artificially inflate it? Will that crush me? Apparently not. There's a secret in one of these, I think. I haven't been here for ages. I stopped playing this game years ago. The fire key, eh? I don't remember that. Figures, seeing as we are in Guardian of Fire. Leftover textures from Heretic. This is another one of those just run really fast and you'll be fine moments. Haha! Can't outsmart me, game. What did I need to come over here for anyway? I'm sure this was... More shit that needs a jump button. It's so hard to press that. Little harp underneath. I'm not sure how the volume is, by the way. I assume it's fine. You see, it's more things with modern PCs where there's no audio pass-through on anything. Flare mask, I don't remember ever using that for anything, so, well, good luck with that. What was the point in any of this? Nobody fucking knows. Am I free to leave? Probably. I probably didn't even need to do that. Because I don't think I've got that fire key. I don't. Ow. Is there anything in there? I don't think so. The view centering work? That usually doesn't work. Well, there's definitely some sort of secret off over that side of the map, but I can't be bothered to go and find it because it's probably shit anyway. There's something I'm missing here, but... Do you know what? They can stay there and starve. I'm going back to the hub area. So again, it's given us 2 rooms and then sends us back. Unless I have forgot something, which I probably have. Because why wouldn't I? It's Leech's life. Yeah, it's spawning more misters. I must be doing the right thing. More and more of this stuff sort of comes down as we go along. You can see we are opening this up, so you start getting starways to switches and shit. You know, we get up there. You can sequence break it. I wouldn't recommend it with how precarious this game tends to be. Probably won't end very well for you, but I mean, you could try. You know, maybe this is why it does well. It's got the ceiling, like, random ceiling heights. That really sort of... People have a real hard-on for that sort of thing. You know, you build any map for Duke and you submit it, and the reviewers just talk about ceilings like it's going out of ceiling, the ceilings. It's like nobody looks at ceilings. Well, I've messed with people when they start playing it, you know, that I'll render, they're like, you know, well, the ceiling is like, yeah, you didn't notice, did you? Nobody fucking notices, because nobody runs around looking at the ceilings. And I'll get you like 20 more points in your map review right there, because you put a ceiling in. Now you see those misters there, they're called centaurs as far as I remember. They certainly look a bit like centaurs, you know, they've got the 4 legs, with like the human torso, and yeah, it's given us this nice new weapon that makes really wet, squelchy noises. And it's like, yeah, use that. Okay, I'll use that because we only got it not long ago. We haven't used it very much. Yeah, these guys just put the shield up and it ends up bashing you. So now we're right back immediately to just clubbing things to death in a confined space. Because we've got to pad the game out as much as possible. And we really don't want to stand up there because there's one of them serpents through the window there. And yeah, there he is. Don't know what these do. Never figured out what these do if you even have to press them. They're probably a red herring, do nothing. Probably a leftover from, like, this was somewhere else before. But this is where we get to see how bad the movement is, because I'm on the stars here. And you see, I stopped instantly there, but now, if I'm trying to back up and down, he keeps slipping down. It's like, really, man? Nobody who used this game engine ever thought to go in there and, like, fix the fucking movement curve. I know why it is, because he handles like Mario, and when he's in the air, it just won't fucking work. Like, because if my feet aren't on the ground, I can't change direction. Like, if I run and jump on a flat, like, I can't start backing up and removing it. It stops me from changing the velocity, like in the XY axis. So when I'm walking off the edge of a step, I'm not touching the floor, and so I've got no influence over where I'm moving. Now, arguably it's more realistic, but I mean, look around you at the game environment. Does this look even remotely realistic? We're playing as some weird fucking dude who goes around with a bash stick, fighting fucking Ettins and centaurs and Chinese dragon snake things, and you think that's realistic? You think realism's like the priority here? I don't. And I said this is one thing, it's funny how you can liken this to Mario and Sonic. Both of which I like, but when you play Mario, when you jump, you can't really change direction. Mario's inner momentum, for the character who started life called Jumpman, his jumping mechanics are actually kind of bad a lot of the time. You really can't change direction. Whereas Sonic, he can just will himself to change direction in the air. You've got to fight the inertia. It's slower to change direction than on the floor, but it's cartoony. It's just the set. We'll employ the element of surprise on the other one. You know, it's more like cartoon physics. And I mean, given we're basically fighting cartoon characters here, I think that's the logic that should transfer. Duke does this just fine, he can change direction in the air. Makes multiplayer much more fun. You see, I made a mistake here, I'm going to get sworded in the back of the head. There we go. Just gas him out, there you go. Where's the snake? This was a mistake. Okay, he should expire, right? It should chirk on the gas. They gave us quite a lot of the gas. Wondered why these devs love D&D so much, like Romero didn't, but oh shit. Didn't bother to actually make an RPG rather than just Doom, but... Well, wasn't there a Doom RPG? I didn't know what RPG referred to back then. I remember reading that and thinking it was Doom, but you just had a rocket launcher. Oh, this sector's diagonal, isn't it? Oh, that is magical collision. I almost feel like we could get out of bounds crush from that. I'm not even going to try. Now you see, you think backing away is safe here, but this area actually is another one where it likes to spawn misters behind you without warning. I'll give them the atmosphere in here is actually quite good. You know, I actually think this area is kind of creepy. It's got like that spooky feel about it. What was that? I heard sticky sounds behind me. I want to know what they were doing in there. Probably something deviant. And I wasn't invited, so I don't like it. Yeah, go and walk through the poison gas. Oh, fuck. Ah, sod it. 1/3 of the puzzle has been solved on the 7 portals. Well, 1 to go and it should be completely solved. Don't know what the 7 portals are. I'm sure the readme has something about it. But I came here to bash things, not to read, so I ain't doing that. This ain't an adventure game. I don't need walls of writing. Got any more of these flasks? I don't know, but we're free to leave. Still don't know what these do. If anyone knows, you know, enlighten me, because I'm convinced those do nothing. I think they're a red herring. Can hear angry Ettins and Guiles all over the fucking map. Yeah, we'll find more health somewhere. I've got those pinky purple bloody flask things. Yeah, they're very angry with me in there. I don't think I'm welcome in the realm of steel. For some reason I thought this game was like Strife, where you only had the one working save slot, but no, you can save on whatever slot you want. Anything change out here? Well, it started lagging slightly more, but it's not terrible. It's still amazingly, like, you know, this is a 66 MHz Pentium here. It really shouldn't run this badly. I don't know what they fucked up with this engine, but... I mean, this is a thing I've talked about, you know, again, it's the debate, well, no, build isn't as fast, like, well, I actually think it does have the faster renderer out of the two, and it probably should, given it's written in assembly and hand-optimised, versus this cross-platform C shite. You know, logically this should be the slower renderer, and it seems when you start strapping more game mechanics onto the game side code, I don't think they're separate modules as they are in the world of build. I think they're very much integral to one another with this. When you start slapping all the rotating and sliding and checking for all sorts of like things going on that you're going to have to do, it really does seem that id Tech is the worst performing engine. I mean, this is only running at 320 by 200. It doesn't support Visa modes or anything. You can't, you know, put this into high-res VGA mode. You're just stuck with what you get, and that's your lot. Oh, these guys. I haven't seen these guys yet. They look pretty neat when you defeat them. I'm just going to use that and sod it. You forced me to use the fucking jump button when it's in such a stupid place. Why is it the question mark? If you've got tiny little hands... You know, that's just the devs' way of telling me that they've got little hands. And that they're probably little other things. Brains. It's not very impressive. I'm not impressed. Again, I am actually impressed by the level of ambition behind this, but I think Strife was the more ambitious game. It doesn't have all the fancy moving sectors and stuff, but I think it was the more ambitious game overall. And I actually did try to do the RPG thing. Yeah, these would send you into the ceiling. You've got to be careful with it. You get crushed. Can I gas these guys? I don't think I've ever tried to gas these. Let's find out. Gas the Icemen. Yeah, you can gas them. They seem to be, ow, very sensitive to the gas. Ah. How far back am I? Well, was the... Oh, thank heavens. At least I'd done Guardian of Steel. I didn't fancy doing all of that again. If I run over there quick, maybe I can gas these idiots out. Yes! Sounds like a sad little dog or something. Well, they're a bit of a pushover. You know, the gas is actually a pretty potent weapon. I mean, the D&D thing, some good stuff has come out of that. I mean, the adventure game, you know, it was a TV show, game show from the early 1980s. You know, that had a lot of D&D aspects, but that actually produced a good TV show. It was just funny, because it was just, like, trolling the game show. You just put contestants in with no fucking clue. It works a bit like an escape room. The logic of it's quite silly. It's always, like, deceptively simple, and so it's quite funny. You can see the frustration on people's faces. It's just picture the camera crew smarking. It's like, yeah, take longer to solve the puzzle. You know, we get paid by the hour, so go right ahead. I'm sure it'll be just fine. I'm going to use one of them. I'm going to get myself crushed, actually. I've got a bit of a crush on this sector. Yes. I do wonder if triggering the other music was necessary for each time. Damn it! For each time we load anything. I doubt reinitializing the audio system is that quick of a process. Doesn't seem like the most efficient use of resource. The fucking placement for that that jump key. Apologies, we are in summer. I got hay fever. And I'm going to be gross because, you see, I don't want to be sat here snorting through my nose to clear it. So instead it just clogs my throat up. Because it all just ends up going there instead. And I can't take anything for it. So I'm kind of used to it, but it's kind of shit. Oh, really? These dudes are off here as well. Fucking ice wizards or something. I'm sure they have some proper name, but I don't know what it is.
They're the ice masters. They're like always on the ice floors. They've got the control
Now they pressed the wrong button.
over the ice realm. Thousands of years ago, there was a huge war between the Ice Masters and the Steel Masters. And the Ice Masters lost because the Steel people had forging, and they hadn't figured out how to do that yet.
Yeah, I bet you there's probably like a whole lore behind them. Or like an entire novel's worth of it. Oh, I remember this zone being annoying. Not sure what these switches do. I remember that they're there, but I don't remember what they do. Quite possible that they do absolutely nothing. What a nice gift. What a very nice gift. That was a present. That was just what I wanted. Oh, shit. No! Oh, it backfired. That backfired miserably. Go on then, walk in the gas cloud. It's right there. I'm right here. Yeah, there we go. Fools. Yeah, they're not that smart, these Ettins. Probably are distant relatives of the Liz troops in Duke 3D. These are ones that, you know, they threw in the time machine to test it early on. Well, these got the exciting job of refilling a spool with fibre optics. Oh, that sounds gripping. What a great job. I mean, at least it's just that I think I would rather do that than have to deal with hooking that shit up. Because that's just getting into the realms of computer networking, and I hate computer networking. I've said many a time, while I'm generally happy to work with computers, that is one thing that I just find to be unacceptable, is networking. It's the worst. And it's bloody slow, and it never works. And I'm sick of it before I even start with it. Might as well get the two of them. Give that gas cloud time to wear out. There's always playful sound in the music. Oh, this is going to just be wonderful. Oh, hold on a second. I'm going to point the camera at the keyboard there, so you can see what I have to do to jump. And of course now I've pointed the light towards my screen. So you're actually seeing the extent of my hand span has its uses, but why the fuck you wouldn't put that on A or X? I don't know. That would make more sense. I fell off anyway. I'll return the camera to my weird-looking face in just a moment. I'll leave it there until we go back up there. How do I get out of this dump anyway? Well, that's no use to me. Is it? Oh, it is. You see, you'd sort of shown me that these were links to Guardian of Steel and were closed, so... Association by text... Is this a completely different area now? Seems to be. I wonder if that was what the intent... Maybe the devs had really big hands and they just padded the spacebar like I am. Oh, fucking hell. I mean, it's got a cool sound effect on it. Do you think we should save before we explore this any further? It bounces you back when you, Something happened there. Oh, I've got, like, walkie platforms now. Cool. That makes things easier. Why can't you just give me those before? I've got to make another fucking jump. I don't know who came up with the key map for this game, but they're fucking sadistic. If I didn't have as large a hands as I have, I would be completely fucking screwed. Like, there would be no shot at succeeding at that. Wonder how much... Oh, fucking... That's garbage. Spawned me between them all, so I can't fucking move. That's... You're down to luck there, because the direction of them's quite random. And you've already asserted, like, you know... It gives me enough ammo here, I suppose. But I know it stops bothering with that later on, so I'm kind of paranoid about using the weapon. If I hadn't played the game before, I would just be using this weapon like crazy. But I have played it, and I know what it's going to do. Oh, this looks familiar. So, what was the point of going in there? Nobody knows. Hey, I telefragged a guy. That's actually a thing in this game. I never knew that. I mean, I would have generally assumed it was. Oh, we're back on this side. But do I need to be on this side? Probably not. There's misters out here somewhere. I know there is. I'll just club him to death. Any of this something? No. Oh. Well, this is where my knowledge starts to run dry, I think. Probably missed something in there. So this is where, and this, I'm glad, like, my hard drive in here can move quite a bit of data. I think, I don't remember. Averages out in double figures per second, so it's not too bad going in and out of the realms. But it dumps in here, so where do we go from here? Well, I don't know. Nobody knows. Let's deal with the weird jump button again. But maybe we went the wrong way. Maybe we missed something. We must have done, because nothing else is open and none of the stars are up. There'll be an obscure switch somewhere. Somebody will be an expert at this game. And they'll be laughing at me. Oh, he's rubbish at it. Oh yeah, I'm rubbish at this. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. If I wasn't allowed to backtrack there, I would have been extremely angry. So where do I want to be? What was the point in... Cast that thing. What was the point in any of this? What did we gain for coming here? There's nothing else here. Weird geometry. But here's something moving. Oh, my sinuses. Ugh. Sinuses, teeth. It's all conspiring against me. Ah, whatever. I wanted to come down here anyway and see if there's anything down here. I don't think there is. It's probably in that hub area. I probably missed it. Let's deal with this. Oh. It's sort of like you got a bit of a like a swingy, jazzy thing going on for a moment there. Yeah, no, nothing else to do in here. Fucking non-linearity. Non-linearity, the design principle for those who are creatively bankrupt. It is the sign of somebody who has run out of ideas and run out of creativity to make more levels and more things happen in a level. Can we see anything? Is there like a switch in a wall somewhere that has opened up? You know, there's no clue. We established the game really doesn't key you in very well. And again, you see, I'm going to refer back to Marine Maiming, a level I built. You know, somebody who actually has a vague idea of what they're doing. And how I was on about the door from the elevator to the motion sensor corridor. You notice it actually does point you right where you need to go, and that's non-linearity done well. Instead of padding the level out, it actually makes a level shorter, because it's actually just saving you have to backtrack and showing you need to go in here now. That's generally a good way of doing it, because now the players knows where they need to go, and they're going to feel smart for figuring it out, even though they didn't really figure anything out, even though you kind of came up behind them and like sort of turned them around a little bit. You know, you just gently gave them a little push. You're like, I know what I'm doing in here. I don't know what you're doing in here. It's anybody's guess. For fuck's sake. I get used to this, because this is the whole game. The whole game is just, where the fuck do I go? In the same area you've already been in. The thing is, I don't think it looks very nice here. This game's assets are very capable of producing some surprisingly nice-looking things. You would be surprised at how nice it can look. But, like, bugger it's going to even, like, bother with that in the hub areas. No, just make them look shit. I don't know if that was to make them load faster or what. Because like I say, on my PC it's fine. This Pentium 66, while the rendering lags a bit because the engine's an optimised piece of crap, the hard drive is at least capable of shifting quite a lot of data very quickly. And the RAM on it's obviously not slow. It's slower than the, like, later, like, Intel chipsets and shit. It's on, like, the fast Pentium chipset that's Sys made, so you know, it doesn't have the niceties of the later things, but it's no slouch. Oh yeah, they were still flying about in here, weren't they? You know, let's just leave them a gift of the gas. Then if they come up there, they'll gas themselves. Nothing useful to us in there. We are taking rather a lot of damage. And we're starting to see what I mean about these things are a finite supply. It can spawn monsters periodically, but yeah, like bugger, it's going to spawn useful shit, like more fucking health. It is too warm. Did we get some other sort of key and I just didn't notice? possibility. Oh, we didn't get those. Oh, for heaven's sake. Yes, we're lost already. We do end up going in there, and this central area all comes down, and there's loads of nasty men in there, I don't know. I just don't know. Aha! Well, I wouldn't fire then. That was weird. So yeah, this is new. How are you supposed to know to come here? Like, what an obscure corner of a different map again, you know, I respect the ambition behind this, that it's doing cross-map interactivity. That's actually cool. The fuck hit me then? What was that? What did that number say? I missed it. Well, I don't know, but I mean, we've done 3 switches, so you'd think by now... Look at that, sliding doors. Do not save the game while those are doing something, because it will break. Why we didn't just license the build engine, I'll never know. Would be money better spent. They probably still had this piece of crap fucking IdTech engine on license. All that dev time that went into making slidey sectors and shit like that, and you could have just got yourself a game engine that can do it out of the box and do it faster and do it better. I get the impression there was probably devs who would have kept using this engine forever. It was a bit like, you know, some of the NES devs, where they just kept, no, we're going to release it on NES. It's like 1995, oh, we're releasing it on the NES. It's like, yeah, your weeb console that nobody gave a fuck about, and you're still releasing on it. What the hell? Did that do anything? It would have done something. As to what it did, I don't know. Any indication of where to go next? No, like bugger there is. You just gotta go in again on like the average machine the time. You could be waiting about a minute for these areas to load, so you're pretty screwed. I think we'd be better going in the other one, because we know there's nothing back at the start of it. Oh, fucking jump key, mate. Shit's terrible. Not playing like Heretic anymore. They do refill because the new supply reel is too big and heavy for installs. Oh, it's convenient. Nothing in this bit. Well, maybe we're in the Guardian of Fire now. Good luck navigating this shit. I hope it's making sense to you, because it makes no sense to me. Got to keep checking the hub area, because like I say, it does change out here. These things do move. But what was that? Your random monster spawning isn't generally good, because you see, what we'd want to do is spawn them in the area you want to go in, which it did do a little bit before. And that's good design, because again, that's player steering. Yeah, the players... Oh, there's misters over there. I don't think I picked any keys up. No. So I don't know where else we can go here. I've just been in Guardian of Steel and Guardian of Ice. As you can see, the switches and that, they really stand out. So if one of them's been revealed, like if there's a switch somewhere... I don't think there is another one of them in there, because there's nothing to demark it. Demark. Yeah, it sounds like somebody that would be in, like, an officer-involved shooting or something, doesn't it? I don't know. Oh, dear. Ah, man. I have no hesitation in calling the level design in this game crap. They sound really angry with me. I'm going to stand here and roll a cigarette. No, I'm going to stand right in the middle. And let's see if we just start getting attacked while I'm rolling a cigarette. Because it likes to put random misters in. Oh yeah, there we go. I was just on about that, the adventure game. So I was using that to test the MPEG-2 decoding on that Rage 2. I think it would be faster decoding it on the processor, to be honest. I should try that. I should install, like, Cinemaster, maybe. But that was like a software plug. I don't know. Power DVD. I'll install Power DVD. We'll see how good that'll do. Pentium 2s can sort of, like a fast Pentium 2. If you like gimp the quality, you can sort of get there. Pentium MMX I don't envision was going to be that great at it, but I don't know, it could be much worse than the GPU is. Should chuck a... pardon me. Should chuck a DXR in this machine or something. See what it can do. See if we can do MPEG-2 on it. You know, I wonder if there were any MPEG-2 cards with Windows 3.1 support. Some MPEG-1 cards, there's plenty of them. Like, most of them seem to work on Windows 3.1, but I don't know if any of the MPEG-2 ones had support for it. Good luck figuring this out. Your guess is as good as mine. Oh, can I not go back now? No, now I can. Okay, maybe it's not intentional, I don't know. There's one advantage to being in this game engine. It's more than one of these stupid things. You just have to take damage though, don't you? There's nothing you can do about it. I'm seeing nothing. Absolutely now. It is passable, this bit of the game. You know, we're not until the next level that it becomes impassable. It really is now out here. Why did we decide to do this? Why did we think it was a good idea? Raven Software was such a great developer, everyone started saying a few years ago. Probably some paid-for campaign by Raven Software, or whoever owns them now. I bet it all started being said just before a re-release of these games, you know. I bet if we did our research on that. So when people go around the Discords and shit, talking about like, oh, you know, have you heard of this piece of hardware? And then 2 weeks later, oh, I've just found an unsold stock of those chips. I'm going to make new sound cards that are awful, based on this awful chip that we've just told everyone's really good, so now people want one. I do like how they start curled in a ball like Sonic, you know, it's funny. Can't figure out which one offends me more, whether it's them or the stupid fucking hedgehog. I don't know, but I'm having your key. Of course, the fire key's in the ice thing. Now you see that clues us in. That bit's done well. But the way this is designed isn't very good. Like, it does have the arrows, well, the swords. We can't even escape that other jerk in here. The fucking sword fucking shit. Oh no, I don't want to be down there. No. Fucking ice wizard bastards. I remember an area in Doom that had all of the Z floors like this. Yeah, the frame rate will start shitting the bed because of all the little sprites. It's not doing it yet. Who knows, maybe we'll get away with it on this computer. think maybe stronger than you think it is. Ah, right. I don't remember getting both of these at the same time. It's entirely possible the game's been weird. The amount of triggers and shit that can break in this is pretty unreal. I did press jump, but it likes to not respond. Somebody's going to tell me something about that N key rollover shit. I remembered what it's called. I didn't call it the FN key. We're going up in the world. You know, these stupid stalactites are fucking... quite irritating, really. That switch doesn't exist this time. I swear it was right in the fucking through-way. I said through-way, not three-way. You could have a three-way, who would you have it with? I don't know. That's a difficult one. I'd have to think about that. There's something broken. Is the switch like in a closed fucking... Well, I've probably just saved at a key moment that prevents me getting a key. Haven't I? You know, that switch, I swear it was in one of those... No, there it is. I am warning you though, the first time we get any sort of soft lock that makes the game impassable, we are closing it and going home. Do I want to save when there's all the moving geometry? Probably not, but I'm getting out of there. Misters? There's probably misters. I saw something over there. What? Ow! He spawned right now, he got telefrag, look at that. Oh, you piece of fucking shit. Oh, lousy ass fucking game. Heretic was a competent Doom clone that outstayed its welcome. Hexen, granted, they tried to go in a different direction with it, but I don't think it was the right direction. What a motherfucking jerk that is. Slight downside with this. Doom engine on life... Yeah, it's like life support and performance enhancing drugs. It's like a pensioner that's decided to start doing steroids, even though his body's past its best. You know, the great thing with this is every time it crashes, we've got to sit through the fucking Maui process. Do 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 do. At least you can run it at all on this machine. We already showed I can't run it on my K5. Refuses to run. I mean, the K5's got good taste. You know, it knows it doesn't want to run it. I should have brought that Cyrix 686 out. I wonder if it would have run on that. Whoops. Like, my hands are all over the place from being in that weird position for so long. Okay. Ah, great. This'll just end brilliant. I don't even have to jump there, apparently. That's good to know. Okay, what's going to happen? If it keeps crashing, then I don't know, I guess we'll just... I don't have another PC that can run it. The U5 will run it, technically. Not very well. Dragon skin braces. Yeah, brace yourself for it all to go wrong. Oh, cool. Hey, he shot you. Why don't you do that stupid infighting thing that id-tech games like? You know, everyone who's into these always goes on. People come over to Duke, why not implement monster infighting? It's like, no. We don't need that, because the enemies in our game are actually, like, well-balanced and shit for the most part. Not all the time. I would never claim Duke was perfect. It has imperfections. It even has things that make it crash, just less than the id Tech games. You know, the memory management in the id Tech games is terrible. In Duke, it's actually just a bit of a miracle, because it probably shouldn't work as well as it does. It's actually pretty bad. Sprite cleanup on it really isn't that great. It's like, this really probably shouldn't be working as well as it does. Or else I just don't understand it. There was clearly a problem in, like, early builds of the game. Running out of memory and stuff. I don't know which one of these I want to go in fast. We'll do Garden of Fire fast. So I think there is an order to it. Oh, I knew it. The bloody smirk coming up. He's just taking a steaming piss on my feet as I'm doing that to him. That's horrible. What a vile creature. I feel glad that I killed it. I slew the beast. It needed to die. Yeah, this puts us here. What a random place to put us. Okay, great. Well, I've got keys now. I got the key. I got the secret. I got the key to another way. I've got the key. I'm gonna keep it. I'll drive your car to the safer way. I don't know. I was making that as I go along. As if that wasn't obvious. Yes, send me down the elevator where I can't back away and I'm just going to get bludgeoned in the corner. Oh, shit. I remember that being automatic, that. Those fucking flasks. They do seem to have fixed the inventory bug from Heretic, though, I'll give them that. And they seem to have fixed it. We need some kind of bombs in this game. I guess I have the gas. We can... Oh no. I thought this went up. No! When I've woken them up, they might dissipate. Away from the... So I'm not waiting all day for that. I'll just go in the other one. Aha! But now that other one should have finished. So we'll leave them to get gassed while I go in here. Fucking hell, they're on me before the elevator's even finished going down. They're worse than the fucking homeless guy who used to live in the fucking elevator in my uncle's flats. Yeah, babe. Oh, that was nice of them. Just destroy my fucking... my flasks of life. It tastes like purple. New Willy Wonka purple chocolate! And it's purple! Isn't that kind of obvious by that it's purple chocolate? I mean, I didn't expect it to be like red or something. Well, I don't remember this zone. Very heretic looking up here. Oh, now I remember it. We are chewing through the manor. There'll be none left for the desert wanderers. Oh, right. That just comes back here. Okay. A little bit of a maze. I can work with it. It's the one advantage to being on the Doom engine. You can't have overlapping geometry, so... You know, it's pretty obvious where you are. You can just use the map. In build games, you can totally just have non-Euclidean space, and so... The overhead map is not necessarily useful to you if the level designer didn't want it to be. And if you know what you're doing, you can totally obscure it so that nobody... Stars have risen on the 7 portals. That was a cool little switch. So do I need to... Which stars? I've already been on the stars. Wait. Oh, alright. These must have been put in by the steel people because they're fast. They make a cool noise. Who knows what that did? Could have done bloody anything. You never really can tell, can you? Was this flipped on this side? I think it was. Yeah, so we've got to go back in here. Oy, oy, oy. Non-linearity. People praise it because, oh yeah, we're on the opposite side now. Yeah, suck poison gas, losers. I have the power of gas. It's really effective, apparently. Hang on a minute. Poison gas. Mana. People. Oh no. You do realise what we've just... I want no part in this. I'm having nothing to do with it. I didn't design this. I didn't make this game. Don't blame me. This is somebody else's fault. Oh shit. He has quite a long reach on his bashing stick, you know, the guy you play as. Or the guy I'm playing as. This is one of those few pieces of music that actually sounds kind of good on an FM synth. Which I could have set it to. You know, we do have the Pro Audio Spectrum in here. If the game gets very crashy, I probably will do that, so I don't have to keep starting the Maui up. Well, let's leave him to suffocate. Still don't think those do anything. Let's press the other one, just see if it does. Go on, poison gas. Hurry up and dissipate. Somehow it just disappears. I always find it sound in the background to really be quite unsettling. Like, it does do the atmosphere very well, this game. Oh no. Run away. Bravely run away. Use the purple gas to make myself better. No snakes? Oh no, I heard a centaur though. Yes. More fucking bashing endlessly against things. Jeez. Such grindy gameplay. Oh, the frame rate's great in that spot. Look at that. What an efficient... Like, and it's these side walls again, so yeah, you're gonna get stuck on the... Oh, it's just lovely, you know. Oh, they're very angry. Why was that? I heard him spawn in. I've been in places like this in dreams I've had. Oh, I didn't go in that other chamber, did I, either? So there'll be a bunch of misters at the bottom of the stars on one of them. And I didn't orient myself very well with it, so... Oh yeah, this spazzes out, this elevator, sometimes, so... Don't be surprised if you go down it and the doors don't open and you have to sit there faffing about just to progress. There's no point hitting him when he shields it, by the way. It doesn't damage him. I just can't be bothered to take my finger off the button. You have found another switch. I have found another switch, have I? Oh, that's nice. The ellipses implies that there's more to this message. Apparently not. Holy jeez, man. Where is the other switch? Nobody fucking knows. Lost to history, I guess. All that opens up later. You can get in them middle rooms. Well, in here. At least the elevator's quick. I'll give them that. It's not a wiener holder elevator. It doesn't run like super slow. So we can figure out where we are in the world here. Okay, is this side A or side B? I have the inherent advantage my computer's fast. I could just leave this world and, you know, see where it puts us in the other realm. Okay, this is the opposite side. Quite like the pitch bend in the backing of the music. It's quite discordant. Dissonant. But a little bit of dissonance in your music's quite good. It's a little bit moody. Oh fucking hell, there's goilies in here. Bash him. Bash the stupid centaur. So they're not even that tough. They're not really hard. It's just the fact that, you know, they put that shield up because they're a bunch of cowards. If you were that good, you wouldn't need a shield. I broke that switch. Well, I hope that doesn't come back to haunt us. We gained a grand total of now from going in there. That was worth our fucking time totally. Are these going to come up yet? No? Oh, great. So now we're back to not knowing where the fuck we need to be. Isn't it beautiful? Maybe it wants me in the Guardian of Ice again. I don't know. It's such a clusterfuck. But yeah, it's not looking like I can do this Thursday, so I might have to wait until next Thursday. We'll see. Got Cosmo to continue on Sunday though. I will be doing that. I'm looking forward to that. So we can get that big 386 to run for long enough to do it. I still can't believe they made it all the way through. Oh, you know, I knew that was a crush sector, but I didn't think it moved that fast. Have we already been through that? I think we did, but I better check. Yeah, this is already done. I am amazed it made it all the way through that without actually crashing. Like, that is incredible. Because that machine is so fucking worn out. It's like it's telling me, you know, it's like the machine has been like, I want to be repaired. Like, please fix me. It's worth your time. It's worth the money. Where I'm probably going to end up destroying a perfectly good motherboard just to fix that thing. Because I probably will just buy like a smaller, shittier 386 motherboard that uses the same parts and steal from it. I'm not above doing that kind of thing. I've done it before. Something spawned in. I heard that. I really don't think there's anything left to do in this area though. Well, I like that. I like the aesthetic detail. You know, it's just a bunch of square sectors, but some effort. As I said, it can look quite pretty, this game. You know, the symbols above the mana counters look an awful lot like my writing. They have some resemblance to it. Yeah, that's when we need to get it there. So there's nothing in it. It really is Guardian of Ice is like the only place I can think. But I don't know. No, because we looked. So I don't know. I don't know on this one. You have found another switch. Where were they from, these people? Because I'm starting English wasn't their first language. It does have the sort of visual side of it does have that slightly sort of budget Slav title look I was thinking as we were going through Heretic, but I always thought the devs for this were American. Maybe not, but maybe they're from somewhere else. Now you see them spawning this guy here. See what I mean about leading the player? Oh man, the frame rate shit the bed then. This is what I always think of. Yeah, look, it's spawning them in here. So it's like it's pointing me, go this way. This is player steering, but I'm sure we checked here and there's nothing here. So this is where the game starts breaking down into confusion. You're only on the second level still, by the way. This is just the second level of the game. There's a long way to go. This fucking char. Let me get a cushion. I'm going to end up with fucking piles if I'm not careful. My 1950s chars are, I think, a bit past their best. I'm sure there's nothing back there. I don't see anything here. I don't know, let's come in here, let's see. That sounded inappropriate. You fucking ice mechanics. Let me roll a cigarette. I did tell you, I said this game's tedious. I'd warned you long before we played it. So anybody sitting and watching this, you know, they can't be going, you know, he's played a tedious game out and I told you it was tedious. I wonder what old shit we should do when I'm done with this game. You know, maybe it is coming up on time to dig out Zelda 3. That's a tedious game. See if I can kick its ass. I've got a working copy. That will feel amazing if that happens. After all the shit that bootleg put me through. I don't think there's anything in there. I think it's leading me astray. I mean, this could be anything, anywhere. This could be Rotterdam or anywhere. I fucking hate that song. I'm sure that song has a door opened on Guardian of Ice. I'm sure that song's creation has something to do with my city, but I honestly can't remember how that plays out. Is it a timing issue? What a tedious game. Good. Oh, I had to jump on that. It's just that bit too high. We could have made this whole area just like, you know, a few units lower to have gotten around that, but yeah, it would have made too much. This guy can't even pause to light a cigarette in this realm. When I wake up, I did try to stop myself falling down the stairs, but it's not there. When I wake up, I quite often spout stupidly the question, which realm are we on? Because I'm never quite sure where I am or what's going on. It's very disorientating. Oh, for fuck's sake, go off me. I was just going to try and deploy poison gas at the last moment. But I think the door is closer to this end, so I think we should go this way. Oh, quick, before that goes back up. So that was literally send us to the hub to press a switch to go back in here. And probably just press another fucking switch. Like, it's one of these doors, yeah. It's the one through to the fire side. All these realms do link together, like... This is sort of the central one. Fire, ice and steel. That was a bug I had that time in the third level, really weird, where the floor was gone. That was so weird. That was even more weird than the time me and my friend got high and the wall textures looked like boobs and midgets. Ow! You know, that was just weird. We knew it wasn't real, but we still sort of enjoyed it, you know, just for the hilarity of it. I don't think I can get in there yet. Fucking jump, find out. Damn it. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's no way I was making that jump back. Right, let's leave a poison gas. Maybe it'll get him. Maybe he can get himself gassed. But no, all I'm going to do is poison myself. That really wasn't a wise decision to leave that there. Hurry up and ungas then, please. Okay. Okay. Press switches to unlock more switches, to activate more switches. That may or may not be in the same level. Well, they are the same level, but the same map. Where does this go? Alright, cool. A multiple sector door. Okay. You know, I've got to try. I wondered if I could desync it permanently. Well, it's nicer than that puzzle in that guy's stupid Duke 3D level anyway. You know, that is, anyone who knows what I'm talking about, and anyone who knows, like, the conversations I've had, that is a prime example of the challenge being that the implementation is bad, rather than just being an actual challenge. You know, this is a thing I've talked about quite a few times, is... You know, that isn't a valid way of challenging the player to be like, hey, look, I've had an idea, but I've implemented it badly. Isn't it a challenge? One half of the puzzle has been solved, but I'd already done 2/3 of it. One half is less than 2/3. So how is that possible? These guys suck at math. It's no wonder this thing's as fucking flaky as it is. I like the steel look in this room. Fuck knows what we're supposed to do now. It's really gripping gameplay, isn't it? You know, they're on to such a winner with this design. I mean, in computers, everything is just a switch, really. You know, it's on or it's off. And if you stack enough of them together, you can make it look like magic. And I think they forgot about that part when they made this. Well, I'm not sure what we got to do now. Do you think we've got to go in Guardian of Steel again? Did we leave Guardian of Fire too early? I was on the stars. What, did he snap his ankle or something? I don't have too much patience for the way this game functions. But I can see nothing else that we should really check up the other staircases, because you never know what it's going to do. No. Nothing there. Well, let's go and check in Guardian of Steel. Well, there's spawning misters in here, so that sort of suggests... But as we know, the player steering in this is not very good. That's not open yet. I'm sure that does open. They're all very angry with me around here. I don't think I've met any friends in this realm. I know that feeling. I'm used to people hating me. It makes me feel good. I find it very satisfying to be hated. It means people remember you. They'll remember you forever. When you go to a party, you know, you don't remember the guy who held the door open and was really polite. You remember the guy who spilled your drink. and put his hands underneath your girlfriend's skirt, and yeah, you remember him. He sticks in your head a lot more. I'm that guy. That's me. Okay. Was there any indication that this is where I needed to be? No. But apparently it is. I want to stay in there because they're going to start trying to kill me. What a tortuous dimension that is. Stars have risen. Jesus, the King is risen. Jesus. He'd fucking see to this in no time. I don't think he'd stand for this shit. He'd put a stop to it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't have a problem with this, but I mean... Can we think of one reason that this couldn't have been a linear level? Is there any reason that this couldn't have been linear? That this couldn't have just been a start to finish? No thanks, I've already got a cigarette. That it couldn't have just been a regular start to finish zone. A door opened on the Guardian of Ice. Start to see the formula, and it's already tired. On the second level. You can see why we generally never progress past the third level. I probably wouldn't have bothered anyway, even if it hadn't soft-locked on me every time I tried. Because you do realise that, like, as I couldn't find a working... Fuck are those things? It's that thing again where it cancelled my fire button. Oh no. No you don't. I'm not ending it like this. No way. Not going to happen. Weapon switching slow, and as they're constantly on me, I can't really switch weapon here. This is horrible. This feels like a fucking... There's something about this area that actually feels like a fucking Zelda zone. I think it's just the border around the edge. There's a fucking fly in here. Spiders? Deal with that problem for me. Oh great, centaurs. Excellent, yes, why not? I wonder which hybrid creature's more gross, centaurs or mermaids? Like, say these things actually existed, right, and you had to tolerate one of them being on your property. They got fucking poison darts. Are they fucking working the pygmies of Folawonga or something? What the fuck is this? Such sophisticated weapons they're using now. Ah! It doesn't sync with the music, it's annoying me. It's just slightly off tempo. It's like that thing. They're really starting to like this ambush thing, aren't they? It's like the bullies walking, the set in Mario 64. It pisses me off because it's just slightly out of rhythm with the song. If you can even call the fucking Lava World music, because it barely is in that game, but... Fucking hell, we're getting torn up by fucking ice shards. I don't really want to back into that, because I don't even know where that was, really. Again, the stalagmites there are fucking us over. No, I don't want to go down there yet. I want to go in here. Anything I need to know about, because you never know when there's going to be a random touch plate or something. Oh, I can hear Mister's getting angry. That probably means we're doing something right. I feel like I should save. Oh, the platform came up. Well, that's shit. There's a fucking Nickelodeon fucking soundtrack in here or something. Okay, those go down in there, do they? Do we just exit now? I'd have thought we'd need to switch somewhere. Like, it's almost like saying, hey, go over there. You know, that's generally how that would be handled. That would be considered an indicator. An indicator. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to... I mean, there's one fire, you know, if one of these hybrid creatures is gonna... never mind. I don't think I can answer that one. I think every outcome is horrible. I know this area opens up at some point, but... General Scales. Dictator. That mister definitely disappeared. I think he clipped into the door or something. That'd be my bet. Is this going to be those areas there again, do you think? Maybe that will open up the centre. Hey, I saw that. That's going to be an area we've already been in, isn't it? Let's go up anyway and check it out. I've got to steal that set. No, this isn't. This area I remember though. I always thought this was cool. Oh, that was... Did you see me? The viewport, like, turn then? That was weird. It was like I pressed fire and it snapped me onto it. I know the melee weapons do that, but the projectiles generally don't. Tile wouldn't look out of place in blood. At least an early version of it. He's the creepiest dude, yeah. And now he's going to kick some at him behind. Ow, it's open. Ow. Get the fuck down from there. Those are still in this game, are they? Oh, let's have it. It sounds like one of my fucking songs in here, isn't it? I might have to steal those samples and add them to my special drum kit. It doesn't have a... Yeah, man. I just roll a cigarette while I enjoy the industrial beats. The industrial beats to fucking... like, grow increasingly paranoid too, I don't know. You just can't stand still in here, can you? It's always bloody shoving fucking swords up your ass. All I wanted to do was roll a cigarette, damn it. He's probably made his way all the way from that central area just to fucking do that to me. Oh no, I served on a moving sector. Do you think that's going to bite me in the ass? Oh, how many monsters? Do you think there's a monster counter in this? Because I'd love to see it if there is. Oh, you can suck poison gas, my friend. I'm not... Apparently that's not going to work. You know what? I'll fix it. I can't jump out of here again. Eat the poison gas. Hurrah, look at the back end of them. They do have pretty big butts on them. Ag. It was nice of him to just walk into the poison gas for us. Very good. Very friendly. The centering key worked again. Why did I need to come here anyway? Was there something in this centre? Because I didn't see it. It was quite a good feeling the first time you ever got here and opened it all up. You know, I like the interconnectivity of it, but there are so many better ways they could have implemented it. Such a chaotic noise, it's almost beautiful. I like the sounds of machinery, I find them comforting. When I go to sleep, I start turning machinery on. Like, because I sleep better, because it drowns out the other noise. If I had my way, if I could do it without it suffocating me, I would put a diesel engine next to my bed, and I would just leave it running while I was asleep. Like, I would have such a good sleep. Especially if it was under a lot of load, you know. Just put a belt on it to like a sawmill somewhere, you know, just leave it going and just saw in the fucking, yeah. Yeah, that'd do it. I could sleep good to that. Can't really see the gas here, I know it's there, but... Okay, it's gone. So yeah, it's all opened up, but as to whether this is the level ending or not, I don't know. Oh man. I'm gonna check. Make sure we didn't miss any. Fucking frame rate's shittier now, look at that. Just might as well make sure we haven't left any items. You can only carry 20 of those flasks, that's no good. Captain Scarlet, he's the strangest dude I've ever known, and he's gonna kick some Mistron butts. Hey, that closed up. Weird. Do you think it's like a sliding sector that moves across and they just never revealed that to us? Oh, fucking hell. Ah, so, given the way it's going out top left corner there, the way those sectors are disappearing, does the Doom engine consider a floor and ceiling that are touching to be like the equivalent of a white wall in build? Because build does that as far as rendering's concerned. The floor and ceiling touch, it generally just gets treated like out of bounds almost. As far as the renderer goes, that it just, yeah, ignores that thing. It's like, no, that's not valid space. You can walk in it and everything. Obviously, for gameplay reasons, you've got a crush check, but without that, you can walk in it and it's valid space. It still won't render, usually. You can sort of maybe get the floor to render, but I suppose you'd technically be above the ceiling, so that won't render, will it? Because you'd be looking at the back of it. Are we going to seriously start getting deep into the innards of how that engine works again? I really need to get that video done about abusing the door mechanics in Duke 3D, some of the things you can do with them. I mean, we live in luxury there, because we just have like several door types right up from the off. Sound a bit like horses when they do that. You know, horses are weird creatures, they're really straight. Ow! Bastard gargoyles. Yeah, they really did everything they could to pad this game out, didn't they? What? Where's this taking me? I've never been in here, I want to leave. This isn't necessary. Can I just... What is this shit? I've never seen this before. Does this game have like alternate paths or something? What the fuck is this? It looks like a fucking heretic leftover. It's actually more doomy looking, I think, than anything else I've seen from this set of devs. Even the music sounds like a leftover of the previous game. Oh yeah, no, this is... Well, I've never seen this before, but I don't like it. I already... Oh, great, they got brown versions of these fuckers now. Quit stealing the jobs of the... Oh, never mind. Oh, great, they've got those fucking water monsters from fucking Zelda in there. Of course, that means I can learn the game. Which means I'm now going to backtrack. Fuck, we've backtracked... The fucking frame rate. We've backtracked quite a bit here. Oh, And I have made the decision that people who buy cigarettes from dodgy immigrant shops and order fast food that is delivered by immigrants on electric bikes that was supplied by the government have no right to complain about illegal immigrants. It's a decision I've made. So I'm just not taking these people seriously. It's like, well, stop enabling it then. If you don't like it, stop giving them money. You know, usually that's enough to send the message to just not give people money. Like, you generally need money to, you know, function. Stern's grind on the 7 portals. Oh, fucking hell, they've gone on fucking Grinder. You know, they look the type. Fucking hell, what are we going to do here? So yeah, it's just a touch plate in this spot, apparently. Strikes me I probably don't need to kill these misters. So I'm not going to. And I don't think I need to do anything else. I think I can just leave at this point. Whoa, hey, fucking hell, that knocked me flying. I honestly, I don't care. I'll just take the hits at this point. It's... I don't see any of those flatulent things left around. And we still never figured out what these switches do. I don't think these do anything, you know. I think they are just a red herring. They're bullshit. Ah! That's fucking horrible, man. Oh, you know what, fuck you. I'm just gonna... There we go. Yes! Every time I go the wrong way when I come out of there, I don't know why. Let's just run away. Let's just run away together and never come back. They'll never know where we've gone or what became of us. We'll live out the rest of our days, like, in a caravan off the side of the motorway. Maybe find out where Uncle Billy lost his willy back on Christmas Day. Oh, monsters in cages. Got the power of rotating sectors. You felt the slight hit in performance as they were rotating. id Tech really isn't cut out for this sort of shit. Well, I guess I'm going to have to biff a few of them, because if nothing else, it's starting to chew into my frame rate at times. And that doesn't give me time to think. Ah, suck gas. Oh, that counts as them shielding. Look at that. What a rip-off. Oh, he's immune to the gas. He's a nasty fella, him. I don't like him. The gas flask's been there almost suggests this is like what they wanted you to do. Like this was the intended strategy? That could have been. Probably not, but... Oh, you gas one lot and then another one teleports in. I heard them. Oh boy, this is just silly. There we got wings of flight shit, but do I need them? Probably not. Ah, you can't walk on sprite floors. Pretty incredible, really, how they wanted sprite floors and chose to stick on an engine that can't render sprite floors. We could have licensed builds and just done sprite floors, rather than spending all the money on combined mana. Oh, we got some green. You want some fucking green, dickhead? I'll take you for fucking 10 quid, mate, 'cause you're my fucking mate. Fucking, it comes from fucking Thailand, mate. It's fucking well, good stuff. It's fucking good shit, that, bruv. Well, I don't think there's anything left to do in here, just leave. I don't know what that's about over there. I've never seen that area before and I never want to see it again. It was fucking horrible. Which it turned out that's the correct way to fucking go. Having passed the 7 portals which sealed this realm, a vast domain of harsh wilderness stretches before you. Fire, ice and steel have tested you, but greater challenges remain ahead. The dense tangle of forests surely hides hostile eyes, but what lies beyond will be worse. It's getting worse. Barren desert, dank swamps and musty caverns bar your way, but you cannot let anything keep you from your fate, even if you might come to wish that it would. And beyond, flickering in the distance, the ever-shifting walls of the hypothel seem to mock your every effort. I hate how the sentences aren't capitalised. Our drive actually bangs along pretty noisily when we load.
My servants can smell your blood, human.
Are we human in this? We're not an elf, like in Heretic. Oh great, yeah. Suck poison gas then. Go on, do it. Now you see that previous level actually had some semblance of a coherent structure in it. This one doesn't. So we're going to get doubly lost in here. My throat feels bloody terrible. We had a container ship catch fire on the dock the other day. The fumes sent a lot of people to the hospital. Didn't send me to the hospital yet, but my throat does feel like I've been swallowing sand. So fuck knows what was burning on there. Probably lithium batteries or something. Oh dear. We seem to have a few of them set fire lately. Oh god. That is an evil sound. Whatever made that sound is evil. You can see this is basically the same formula, right? But yeah, I've never made it past this level from memory. Platinum helmet, that's going to cost a lot of money. Let's pawn it. This sort of exploration really doesn't feel good in a game engine like this. In a game with this sort of movement code. trying to blast me all the time. Horrible creatures. Vile creatures. Well, once again, it shows it can actually make some pretty looking stuff, this, but I mean, the assets for this game, they are quite nice looking. You can make some strangely captivating imagery with it. Shame we can't run it at a higher resolution. I mean, the computer would never be able to handle it. Because any time there's like a few sprites on screen or anything, it just, yeah, starts to slog, but... Okay, this area is full of traps. You see, this level takes a bit of a different approach. And, basically it's the same formula as the previous level, but less coherent and with traps on fucking everything. So everything's just going to try killing you in here. Such a descriptive door texture that was. Didn't know already it opened. Would we have ever figured it out? Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Oh yeah, the traps are going off, shit. So I don't even know what the fuck's going on no more. What's these breakable vases? I haven't seen those for a little while. Well, we should break them. It'd be very rude not to when they've supplied us for us. The colouring of that made me think it was Lara Croft hanging up there for a minute. That would have been nice. Stupid Lara. You know, there's a point. I haven't played with like AI image generation for a while, but it does know who Lara Croft is. Maybe I should generate Lara Croft having some really nasty things happening to her. I mean, the tool isn't really meant for doing that kind of thing, but maybe it could. You know, maybe I could have bars eating her and stuff. Ah! Oh yeah, it's got poison darts, right? Yeah, what did I even break? Any reason for me to go down there? And there's that whole door that we haven't opened. It feels like I just achieved nothing by going in there, other than a net loss of health. You never do know, the switches you got to press are tiny. Heretic was definitely the better game of the two. I don't really think there's any question about that. Evil creature. I will destroy you when we meet. But these magic angles where the frame rate just shits the bed every now and then. For some reason, like, instead of bashing him, the little steam clouds coming off the bush. Oh no, I guess we just took a whiz in there and it's cold or something. Doesn't look like a particularly cold place. I always imagine the world in this game being quite warm. Is it? Yeah, I can't go back that way. Okay. Yeah, cool. This feels like it should be doing something, but does nothing. So this, then, I guess the winning strategy here would, yeah, just bravely run away. Drop a poison gas, he can suck on it if he wants to, I don't really care. Not going back there yet. I guess we'll have to go back there later, because the door will open and nothing will indicate to us that that's where we need to go. Hey, Centaur, get over here. What does this guy have against shrubberies? Like, he just bashes them. Like, he actually... He's doing, like, tards just to bash the bush. I think he's misunderstood somebody's. I'm sure I can't think of the word. Euphemism? No, that's not it. Innuendo? Maybe, but that doesn't feel like the right word. I still don't understand why any woman would shave off her bush. I think that's a disgrace. It really is. You know, when I come to power, I'm going to put laws about that. I'll say depicting, like, you know, a bushless woman is promoting, like, you know, doing inappropriate things with children or something, like. And there'll be a fine, like, attached to doing this. There you go, let's throw the poison gas at the problem. It's served us well. I'm kind of bored of bashing them. And I'm kind of bored of dealing with the shields, and I'm bored of the gargoyles. This game's boring. You know, speaking of boring, that's an interesting thing with Fears to Fathom, isn't it? It's like, when you think about it mechanically, like, it's just a 3D equivalent, like, of Andy and Lele, in a way, mechanically quite similar, that you are just walking point to point and pressing the interact button while the game tells you a story. The difference is, your character in that was like just a blank slate, so it didn't really hold your interest. It shows your character development in that sort of game is actually very important. As it is, I'm not actually bashing, right? Because I didn't mind that Fears to Fathom game. I didn't think that was awful or anything. I just thought it didn't really leave much of an impression. But yeah, an interesting showcase of what happens when you don't have character, which I understand why that didn't have any character development, really. You know, makes sense to me. This is the area where me and my friend got off our fucking heads on whatever substances and started seeing titties in the walls. I can't see it. You watch YouTube, like, shut the stream down for displaying nudity. It'll turn out that the texture is some heavily blurred, like, inappropriate. I can almost see, like, you know, somebody spread like. No, I can see it. I can. Hold on a minute. Can I get like some? Oh, let me get like some sort of indicator on the screen. I can actually see what we were seeing. I've caught it, part of it. Hold on. Let me see. I'll put like just a character generator or something. Yeah, GDI text. That'll work. I'll just delete it when we're done. Just go with an asterisk, quite a small one, and I'll use that as my indicatorizer. Well, I suppose we could we'll go with a power symbol. Like let's make it. How do I set font size? Oh, do I just not have that? Alright, size 256, holy shit. That'll work. Yeah, so I can move that around, yeah. So yeah, this, I reckon this is what we saw, right? So that bit of the arm there, you know, it's almost like the hand there, so you're looking at it front on, so you're not seeing like the forearm because the hand's obscuring it, like. Can I get that angle? Almost, like, yeah, like that. Hands down. Those would be that'd be the breasts there. So this would be like the torso, the tummy. There's like one thigh. That's like the inner thigh. That's the crotch. There's the other leg. Like, it's not just me. I'm not just a delusional idiot, right? Like that. That's what we were seeing. Like when we were high off our fucking heads. Like, it's actually there. It wasn't like imagined. We actually did see it. I mean, I don't think that's what. Oh, That's there. I can see why our brains are like matrixing that. It fucking is. What the hell, man? What's at the other end of it? Ah, yes, it's page down to look up, isn't it? Because let me roll a cigarette real quick. That's weird. That's all that time. We weren't just imagining it. Well, I mean, we were, but because I don't think that's what that is. Like, I don't think that's what that actually is. But I can at least see, you know, why our brains, like when we was like, you know, yeah, why they started making it look that way. No fucking bush on it, it's rubbish. Oh, this area sucks. Because this is also the area where I walked off a ledge and just fell for ages in complete blackness. I did look at this in a map viewer and I figured out where it was, and that it must have been some bit flick that happened. I've been playing the game for hours. Oh, they're big bastards. You know, this weapon really isn't good at range. I don't recommend it. Oh, it's got floor dildos, like Robot Wars in here. Yes, I've just seen it over there. A bit of a maze. You see now, it's got to give us a maze, just to pad it out more. Yeah, there it is. There's the floor dildo. The floor dilla. Maybe it'll spike in. Not very quick moving, is he? Alright, whatever. I ain't dealing with that. I think the first drawing I ever posted on my Discord was of this area or something, wasn't it? I think I still have that drawing somewhere. Yeah, my pencil work looked way different back then. Isn't this a return path from somewhere? I don't remember this maze, so I don't really know where I'm supposed to be going. And because it likes to spawn misters in the levels randomly, you know, that really does fuck with your navigation of it. It's like some whole big area at one end of it. And one of those memories that's weirdly strong. Like, you know, that shouldn't be such a significant memory, but for some reason is. Yeah, it's like these little return paths. What's that about? So we'll just stick to the left for now, but that means we're not going to see the central area. Whatever's in the middle of this place. Okie dokie. It's weird, I don't know what the left time was about though. Wasn't something I was pressing. Yeah, this is going to eat through my mana very quickly. Was that behind me? Because I heard something spawn in. No, it's not behind me. Let's try and knock the serpent out. There's only one big serpent around here, and it's in my pants. It's like a drawing on a piece of paper. It's in my pocket. I don't know what you thought I was talking about. You got a dirty mind, you. You can't just be, Zimmer was like going on about seeing, like, you know, titties in the walls and stuff, you know. Let's pause for a look at the walls. Yeah, I can't really see anything even vaguely inappropriate in there. But I got lost in here on that occasion, like... You know, we just couldn't figure out how to get out of here. We were probably walking back and forth in the same bit over and over again. Turns out when you're pressing the fire button, it messes with your movement a little bit. At least when you've got this weapon on. But as hitting things with this weapon moves you around, does that really come as a surprise? Alright, I want to go in there, I think. Is that the swamp? I like swamps. Hopefully it is. Oh shit, he hurts quite badly. You know, in some ways, I do think that... Fucking, will you stop with these sectors that are just a little bit too... Would it have killed you to put one more sector in just so I could walk there? This is a finesse thing I talk about with designing levels. Now, granted, I can walk up that one. But he could have done with just a little sector here, because that's naturally why you would walk. That's where you get pointed when you come out here, and the misters are up there, so you want to go up to the misters. Just put me a thin sector, just here. That... Renderbug. That's like halfway between... yeah. But yeah, the health, the purple flasks, been that they restore a set amount of health, has some advantages over sort of the single big medkit thing in that you... Another renderbug. I saw through the geometry then, for like 1 or 2 frames. You know, that you're not... You can sort of almost choose to an extent how much health to restore. It's not actually bad. So there's times in games like Duke where you want to restore some health, but not all of it. But the medkit will always, you know, bring you as close to 100 as it can. Okay, so we've cleared out the edges. Looks like we've done a full lap. You see, we're running out of mana. I told you. Yeah, I think it was that area through there that I got into, and there was the floor was... Well, I say it was gone, it was just really low. Interesting how we had the same fault in Blood once. You know, it was that secret level. And I went in the room and the floor just sort of vanished. No, it might have been this area where it happened in this game. Yeah, we could have solved this with a crouch. The fucking collision is just magical though. I want to save, I feel like something bad's gonna happen though. Holy fuck, that's just magic. That's just glorious. What the hell, man? Well, was there any point in going in there? I've just noticed the symbol in my inventory to the right of the inventory. I don't even know what that is. It's like the fucking sigil. We've got to collect, like, more stuff. But yeah, I said about picking the next old game. I also have to pick what the next new game's going to be. I have my list. I will refer to my list. I have a few things people have suggested. I do accept suggestions. So, you know, that's a thing. I probably won't keep going with this much longer. It's becoming very grating. It's Tuesday, nobody watches anything on Tuesdays. That's why I picked Tuesday. Oh, come on, gas, hurry up and dissipate. We're out in the open. You should just be able to waft it away with your hands. Oh, great, more centaurs, just what I needed. They don't even look like horsey centaurs, but I suppose, you know, it could be a centaur without, like, does it necessarily imply horse? And they don't even sound horsey. The snakes sound more horsey than they do. Horsey, horsey, don't you stop. Just let your feet go, clippity clop. See, they have claws. Oh, these vile swamp creatures. This place is disgusting. I hate it. Having a concrete over the fucking thing. Look at that, it's trying to lure me in as well, the bastard. Yeah, so it did, but I knew. I'll gas you, swamp. How do you feel now? All I've done is prevent myself from entering. I don't even think there's anything in that. Fuck it, go for it. I thought the ground would hurt me in here. Did it learn its lesson? Did it learn I'm not to be trifled with? Maybe it did. Haha, stupid inferior creature. You will learn that when I am around, you will stay below the water and I will stay above. I am going to plumb my toilet into this water, and every time I pull the chain, it will flush into your home. I think I will have a house party shortly after doing this, and provide lots of food and drink for all my guests. And that should teach you to mess about with me. Oh, I remember this bit. So many areas in so many games that look just like this. Doom has them. I'm sure Duke has them. That fucking Potter game on the PS1 has an area that looks almost like this. Right, what's it? Of course. There's always going to be some caveat, isn't there? Come on, quickly, quickly, I'm getting fucking burnt. You'd probably do better to just reload the save. I missed what I picked up. I don't know what that was. So I don't know where it goes. Does it open that teleporter, do you think? There's a floor dildo there. And there. Were those not active before? I don't think there's anything else for us in there. What a strange area. Yeah, you stand on the floor dildos, predictably they will go up your arse and tie you in half, so don't mess with them. Just when I need to be jammed against a moving rotating sector. That could have gone so horribly wrong. So that's something that... Cave key? Oh no. Do we just go back now? So I don't see anywhere we could use any of that. I swear there's another keyed door in here somewhere, but... You think I remember this? Yeah, good luck with that. You can get up onto those grey stone areas. I don't quite remember how to do it, but... Alright, now I know where I am. Sort of vaguely. More fucking goily bastards, I can hear them. Out to me left. Hold on, is the stereo actually working in this, is it? Because it wasn't working in Heretic. I want him to make noise. Maybe that was just intuition that got me. I'm not sure we do have stereo. Oh, fuck you. How far back are we now? Alright, not very far. Didn't I go left before? No, I did go right. Poof. My fucking throat though, man. I think whoever, you know, has that fucking container ship, they're probably going to get a few lawsuits. Just hope it hasn't done any permanent damage, you know. No, the stereo does work. Yeah, so they have improved the audio engine slightly from Heretic, because that didn't have stereo sound. All the mana's gone. Well, that'll get us like 2 or 3 shots. Crater of might. Yeah, it might, but I don't know. Might not as well. I hate these guys. They're such sisses with their fucking shield. I bet it's even immune to the gas. Like, it still causes, like, the stun, like, state in a way, but probably bypasses the damage. What a bunch of jerks. I wonder if there's a map editor for this. I'd love to just, like, make a room that's full of those guys, which is how Doom maps are generally made. And then just spawn gas, and just gas them out of existence, and just pretend that it's every single one from the game. Until there's not a single one left. You know, it's my gas. You'd think I'd be in command of it. Be able to unsummon it. You'd think my guy would be immune to it. Yeah, I know there's more than one of these guys. The other one's not a runner though. Oh, there he is. He'll at least get a little bit of gas. The sector's moving over there. Was that like tied to him? Well, I was expecting that to break me, but it didn't. It's a place we've been, but still has missed us in. We haven't been in that other area. I'm going to go in there, but I'm coming round here to save. I don't know where they came from, but can we get any more poison gas? Not seeing any. I don't want to wander too far. Plus, for all I know, the poison gas might... Where did I come out of? There we are. Yeah, it still works when we're a distance away. Because, you know, I figure there might be a distance limit to these things. What sort of lovely creature is flagging the fucking green shit at us? So grindy, so tedious. There's really not much challenge as long as you're bashing them, they can't hit you. Because you're quicker than they are. So you're just waiting for him to put his shield down. Oh, he did get a hitting. Ow, run away. I'm not dealing with all that again. Ow. Let's make them suck the poison gas. They're not going to come over here, are they? Oh, they are. They're making their way over. Come on, foul creature. Like that'd probably be like nice air to him. He'd probably put that in as a fucking air freshener. But, oh yes, it smells like swamp farts. That's the best. Oh, they're stuck in this low area, are they? That's alright, I think I can deal with that. They do quite a lot of damage. Oh no, the gas does hurt them. Excellent. Ah ha ha ha! I poisoned your ecosystem. How would you like that? Shit. I mean, he is trying to poison me. Look, you know, it's far good. I think I'm well within my rights to do it. Oh, God. I need that purple flask out. And I need it quick. Keep in mind, this is just an offshoot of the hub area that we're in. Is this the fucking... Is there actually like a death pit zone here? So this feels like it's leading me to my doom. It just has that feeling about it. It really does. It's page up to look down, isn't it? No, it's delete now. Oh, fuck, there is actually a die pit there. Who would have thought? That's not the one I ran into all those years ago, though. That was just a bug. I think the composer, it is the same composer as Heretic, and I think he has matured a little bit between the two games. His music sounds a little bit more grown up in this one. It's not as awkward and comedically ill-fitting. The boots of speed. Speed and power. Oh, man. No, we know that's die if we go in there. We don't want to go in there. So I don't have the key. Another area that it's led me to that I can't get into. It's just lovely. It's just beautiful, this game, you know. So it's giving me all this shit that I've got to do. You expect me to remember all of this going forward, really? Good luck with that. This game's too much. It's too fucking much. Out of too little. You stop with spawning ettins behind me. It's not nice. How do I even leave this area? You think it'd be edge stuff? You'll start edging. What is it? Isn't the right way I thought it was. Yeah, it is. So no, I guess back to that other area. I remember doing a different area first. Oh. Yeah, like over here, I remember doing this area before that, I think. Shit. It was worth a go. I'm out of mana, almost. Save it. You never know, you might need it. I'll drop some poison gas in there. Don't really need to be getting bound up on shit though when I got these goily bastards to deal with. Right, what are we doing here? What needs to be our fast port of call? Yeah, what vile creatures. Get back, beast! Perish! You will die by my hand. Probably because it has a big heavy spiky metal thing in it. Looks like it's quite good for caving people's heads in. I haven't had to make one of these, you know. Oh, we got blue mana. Who knows what any of that did. I mean, again, it looks quite nice in places, this. Like, visually, it's not bad. Performance starts to sort of tank a little bit in parts of this area. It's not awful. Oh, I can get up here. Ah, there we go. It's the bullshit switch. Every time you press it, bullshit happens somewhere. Now, why that couldn't have just been the other switch, I don't know. Or why it couldn't have both been just one switch in the centre. You've got a raised platform in the centre, it sort of implies that might be something you want to get into. Alright, so if I get hit, it cancels my momentum. Good to know. Let's try and do it by luck, I think. It's going to be your best bet. Yeah, I'm going to be able to jump on now, though, because he's on it. Oh, cool. I got no projectiles left, and I got knocked fucking flying. This game's just lovely, isn't it? Ah, fuck's sake. Really does show how weak the movement code is here. Hey, there was items in here before, what the fuck? Try and get us on the platform. Bound to happen. Kinda screwed, it's not like I've got the ammo to be doing this. But such as I remember the game playing out, you just fucked from the get-go. Trying to sort of sidestep him a little bit. There we go. So you should probably give me the blue mana before making me fight a load of stuff. It's usually the way we do things in game design. But this is where you get paranoid and you stop using your weapons entirely and you just go for clubbing things because you run out of gas in this level as well. Oh, a monster box. Go figure. We're still subscribing to the Doom ideology of level design, I guess. For the time being. Right, so I need to be down there and up the centre. Chance of one of them hitting me on the way down is pretty low, I would wager. Shows how crap my luck is. Not really sure what any of that did. But at least it turned off the traps, because those weren't going to play nice for the performance if those were left on the whole time. What the... That is getting really stale. Spawning atoms behind me every time I turn my back. Okie dokie. Let's get ourselves out of there. Here we are in the swamp, not just the slightly swamp. And already we're destroying another ecosystem, that's really nice. Fucking Greenpeace are not going to like this guy in the slightest. I mean, that elf, he's safe, they probably can't really do anything to him. You know, because he's like some sort of woodland creature or something, so he's immune. Oh, I don't know that, so now it's teaching me not to break these. I'm going to break them anyway, because that shit's probably going to come down, and then the vases will open, and they'll be all over pushing fire. Whereas, yeah, you see, I was right. Whereas the way I've been doing it, it's unfair. Like, you know, it's putting the odds in my favour. It gives me an unfair advantage, and if I can get an unfair advantage, I'll leap at it, and I will relish my unfair advantage. I think it's fucking great. I won't even try to hide that I've got it. The fuck is with the collision in here? Get me out of there. That makes me nervous. This is horrible. This is really horrible. Well, my dreams look a lot like this place sometimes when I was a kid. That fog. In a lot of my dreams as a kid, I had, like, sort of fog right at the edges. It was weird. Use this a little bit, because he's been fucking annoying. There we go. Gosh, he's gonna be annoying. This thing has weird behaviour with the controls. Interpreting my strafe key as a fire key. Oh, you can't just let me have it, can you? Of course you couldn't. There's probably ones behind me, you know. I need to be back in there, because there might be, like, something I've missed. But this map that we're on now, it's not for a while yet. We have to back and forth the other areas a bit to get to that stage. But it is in this map that the soft lock occurs, where there is a door that needs to be opened, and the only thing that opens it is on the other side of that same door. Oh, I see what's buggering the collision out. It's because they've tried to do like an SE29 equivalent here. It's like Flirt, but without slurps, it sort of looks crappy and it janks out. Again, I really don't get why they spent all this time developing these systems for an engine that really doesn't lend itself to this sort of thing. I mean, they obviously had a hard-on for id Tech because, you know, after learning this engine's a slow and stable piece of shit, they just went and licensed Quake 2's engine for the next lot of games. So, you know, they obviously had a thing for that. I don't know. Obviously what they wanted to do. Maybe they thought it was good marketing. Like, oh, we're using like id's engine. So, you know, out of all the devs from that sort of background, id was like the fast one to like fall and get bought up. Pretty strange, really. It probably weren't that much of a success as maybe they make them out to be. Well, certainly maybe not very good at spending their money. Ugh. There's going to be more of them creatures in there. These random objects you get stuck against. This char is really hurting my arse, you know. You know, I would live here. This place is quite nice. I quite like swamps. This door is barred from the inside. Do I want to be in the random portal that's stuck in the wall? Are we leaving yet, or are we going to the castle? Because there is a castle down here. I don't know if we want in there yet. Fuck off. Ow. So this is why you save the game. This is why. This is why we do it. Fuckers. They tie you up pretty good if you're not careful. Could just try running, but they'll probably just block our path, yeah. At least we're not playing as a fucking elf this time. That just felt pathetic. Well, there's an infinite number of these misters. Jeez, reminds me of home, this place. I do live in a city, but it is former swampland, and if you walk just a little ways out of it, you can still end up sinking in marshes pretty fast. I've got really big feet. I don't tend to sink in it as much as most people. I can walk on it and a lot of people can't. Yeah, they just fuck you up within seconds. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh, sheesh, man. Yeah, suck poison gas. Ow! Fucking hell, man. It's like I can't navigate the inventory fast enough to get myself out of trouble, you know? You're never going to be able to jump because you've lost your momentum. Just have to bank on being able to get on top of them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shove this in his face. Problem is, yeah, the whole time I'm stood here, I'm getting assaulted by these guys. I think I do have to come here because I remember, like, the fireplace thing. Okay, if we could please dispel the poison gas. There we go. Oh, barrels aren't breakable. Yeah, we're close to the area where the game becomes impassable. Again, we're not going to be going to it for quite a while. We don't have to go down there yet either, so I'm just going to gas in. But you do notice we're running out of gas. We're in a green, gassy fucking swamp, so naturally there's no more gas to be found. This is the well, I think. Got to have the well, obligatory in games with this sort of styling. Let's go up fast. I think we need to be... these fucking Ettins, man, they're a bunch of idiots. I still like the thought that there's some sort of species of Liz troop that got sent back in time and mutated. Oh no, I ain't dealing with this yet. Retreat. What does that need? Castle key. Figures. Oh, every corner it's more of this fucking grindy shit. I don't know how people have the patience to play this game, like, you know, and actually like it. Oh yeah, the fire monster lives down the well, that makes sense. I think I need to know down here, it doesn't look like it. There's a point in this. I see no point, and as it's not against the wall, it can't go anywhere. Well, unless there's a teleporter that works up. What's that? Cave key. Cave key, I think, is the one that you can't get. Maybe, but I'm sure I remember having the teleport open in the swamp zone. There's one of the keys that is, you can't get it when you play as this guy. I think you can do it if you play as the other idiot. Well, idiots. Considering there's two of them. Ah, for fuck's sake, that sounded like I broke my fucking legs. Which, let's face it, fall like that you probably would. Ah, damn it. Yeah, the mechanics of this fucking thing. Just kill the fucking snake already. Oh, was he like the final boss or something? Got more than one of them. And we just didn't notice. Yeah, there was. So it looks like we have exhausted, but I remember a particular area, so... Oh, fuck off. We'll check down here, but... Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Well, certainly we can do nothing here. Yeah. No, all we can do is leave. This was a pointless detour. Oh, my arse is going so done from this char. That was that window that was looking out into the area. I think is like sort of where you return from the area that you can't get into. No, this isn't the one with the door barred from the other side, is it? No, that window's there. So I'm misremembering. Nothing else to do here. This has all been pushed in already. Thought I saw something else in the wall. Yes, we can only leave this area. Okie dokie. Well, let's see if we can see anything going on here, but I doubt it. Don't see anything particularly significant. Well, there is a key in there. It's not this door. This isn't the door I'm on about. Like, I know it's misleading because it's like this door is barred from the other side, but castle key. Okay. But yeah, it's not this one. It is another one, but it is nearby. These guys are fucking annoying. My firing's broken again. Can you not do that, please? Not really the best save, but I don't anticipate playing much more of the game, so... Performance is getting pretty bad over there. Castle key. We didn't learn a whole lot from Heretic, is what, Was there any point in coming up here? What the fuck? Destroy your priceless suits of armour. It's fucking now in here. What was the point? Or is that... No. Yeah, that's the curve kit. Fuck off, buddy. I don't need your fucking gargoyle shit. I bet they do probably smell like barred shit. What was the point? There's like an empty room. I'm sure I didn't miss anything. Let's go back. Let's check on that. Make sure I didn't miss something, because I was probably distracted by the snake. Killed in one hit, nice. The damage roll seems a bit random, doesn't it? Was he here last time? I don't think he was. Ow. Doesn't appear to be any useful items in there. This doesn't border any white walls, so couldn't really lead anywhere. Oh, there's a switch, right, I get you. Because that's easily visible. Any more of them? Let's see more. Maybe that opens that door? Alright, yeah, I remember this area. I got it. This is the fireplace bit I was on about, I think. Yeah, and this is where I have one of them weirdly strong memories of my dad phoning up and asking if we could go help him out with something on the boat. And so I would have had a save game in this room somewhere at one point. Yeah, it was something about go to Macro and pick this up for me and then like come down to the marina. Yeah, slidey sectors there. Oh man, it drags. You know, even if we end up in a situation where the game isn't impassable, I don't know that I'll be continuing this one. Like in any future streams, we probably will just move on. But I've done it, I said I would do it. Oh fucking hell, yeah, I remember that as well. Yeah, send that up there. It probably doesn't move with the Verta, does it? Mr. Motivator on the elevator. What time is it? Oh yeah, I'm going to have to bail soon anyway. I'm going up on food time. I've been streaming 3 hours. I think that's about enough. Yeah, we'll press on for like another half hour or so, but then I'm going to fuck it off. Go do something else. Probably not be able to stream on Thursday this Thursday. Should be able to continue Cosmo on Sunday. And then hopefully whatever happens we get to stream next Thursday. I will try for this Thursday, but I just don't think it's going to work out. Oh! Oh right, it's on a switch. Thought it had jammed up on us then. I was going to be like, well, that's a convenient thing. Oh, man. It's like fucking turn-based shit. Just run. Turns into a maze or something. Just go for it. It'd be nice when the lookup returns to normal. Yeah, like this room's cool. Like it shows they can do cool things, like the way the level changes here. Yep. Come off it, I beat that far and square, you cunt. Just let me have it. What bullshit. What did we even go in there for? Like, was there actually anything over there? I can't remember, because it always distracts me. Yes, it has to be this middle one. No, it doesn't, apparently. So that's completely random. That's nice of it. Yeah, so whatever was in there, I don't remember. That elevator drops too fast. I think something else in here is like... Did that weird thing where it turned me towards him again. Such a strange place. Yeah, the walls in this game, it's not really giving me much of anything to work with here. Yeah, this is where I thought I was before, when I was in the fucking quarry area. Ah, wow, you made weird noises. You get up there, there's a portal up there, and I think it sends us back to the quarry. Which is probably why I've mixed them both up. So I think we are actually coming up on the point where progress sort of stops. There's like some area you can go into. 1/6 of the puzzle has been solved on the Shadow Wood. Yeah, it's not fucking... pretty game sometimes. Mechanically, certainly. Yep, so we're back in here. So I think we want to be in that swamp area now. Let's have a look. Whoa, whoa, I nearly ran afoul the floor dildo. Oh, look at that. It's renders through. Oh no. I see. I thought it was rendering through it then. Bloody key controls of this are fucking weird, mate. Of course. Gotta throw the random mister in there just to... Yeah, we're coming right up on where progress sort of halted abruptly, I think. I knew it, I was hearing the crunchy crunch of the projectiles. I was like, I should really go and check on that before I get killed. Run out of the way while the poison gas does its work. Let's leave that there. You notice we want to finish them off. It's like a sewer looking bit we can get into. And, yeah, there's not much beyond it. Might be over in the other corner, there's sort of a temple looking thing that comes up. Oh, the flames came on. Nice. Who knows what that did? Again, never any indication. Makes you appreciate how genius Duke 3D's view screens are, because they let you make far bigger and more complex levels without making them annoying. It is very clever, that game. You know, there's a lot of underappreciated things about it. Turns 30 next year. I guess this does as well. But I can tell you which of the two has aged better. Okay, this could just be a massive detour that we're on now. That was close. That was actually touching that. Running through the titty walls. I don't have that yet. So that maybe is the one that you can't get. Maybe I remembered right. No, I remember some temple looking thing. I'm trying to remember where it is. There was that other grey area that we got into. Maybe reached from this same spot. Ah, here we go. See, it's amazing. I do remember it better than I thought at times. See how many hours I spent in here. I really had wanted to get a CD image of this or something, you know, just question if mine's like... I don't know, but yeah, I can't get one. There's got to be some utility out there when the fucking controls will work, please. That is dumping invalid, like, you know, bin queue files. It'll be some FOSS shit. It'll be the same deal as like how MPEG-4s and shit are never encoded right, because everybody's using libffmpeg, which doesn't encode them quite as it should, and everybody just uses that same library, and so all those tools will work together, but nothing else that works, you know, will yeah, you just won't get anything else working. Again, cross-platform, open source, and yet it just creates this probably unintentional exclusivity and makes everything worse, because none of it performs as well as proprietary sort of platform-specific tools would. Oh, shit. Ah, yeah, the obligatory Etin's been spawned behind me. That's got to happen. Is this what leads into the sewer looking? I think it might be, because I think it was sort of like, fuck, it's this big grand temple looking place. Looks a bit like the starting room of Heretic almost, if it was outside. And it just leads into this little sort of sewer hallway thing. I might be wrong. No, I think that's over there. Possibly, I'm not sure. I remember the pieces, not necessarily how they fit together. Fucking hell, I remembered poison gas is actually a thing. So I want to go in the portal. 1/6 of the puzzle has been solved on Shadow Wood. Or is the Shadow Wood? Who knows? I don't think we've been there. Or was that the starting area? There's a mister down there, I saw him. Go in the portal, I guess. We pressed the switch. Oh. Hang on a second. Yeah, so that's my back only aches mildly. But, you know, that's just a constant thing. That's just age and my height. It's not that bad. Right, so this sends me back here. Is the music different? I don't think so. I probably just forgot the intro to it. So we know there's nothing else we can do in that building. We don't have the keys and shit that we need for here. So this, as far as I remember, was where progress ended. Where you just couldn't advance any farther because there was just nothing else you could really do. No hidden switches in these, is there? No. Well, I think really we're very much up on coming up on the bounds of what was possible anyway. Like there was a little bit more you could do, I think, but to all intents and purposes we're basically at the end of what we could do. So we, yeah, nearly as far as we could go. So, I mean, where else would you go from this point? We've been everywhere. We could go back to the starting zone. If you can remember how to get back there. Try, but I don't think there's anything there. So I'm sure I tried all of this many a time. Like, I don't remember the specifics, but I remember looking it up in a map viewer and figuring, like, yeah, you know, there's something that doesn't work for some reason. So it's not that one we want the other portal, the one it actually dumped us right in front of. But then why wouldn't it just send us back to that other place if that's where we were meant to be? Maybe it can't, maybe there's some weird limitation. No, because that's the only portal out of here, apparently. Alright, just to get killed by him, I'd be really angry. I don't want to linger in there. Okay. What's going to be our best bet here then? Fuck's sake, get off me. A little bit laggy around there. So no, we can try going back in the building from the start. Door might be open, but yeah, it's this way. Oh man, the frame rate's shut the bed then. There's nothing to steer us over here though, so... They say it looks like it's like a key receptacle or something. Oh, I get it. Yes, this is the level exit, I guess, here. These are the switches you're throwing. Oh, no, I don't need this here. Right, I don't know. We can go and look in here, I guess. But I don't think there's... You're not going to find anything. There was that one sort of gapped wall. That's the only thing I can really think of. You keep spawning misters, why don't you? Go around this way. Slightly long route, but yeah, we know where all that goes. We don't need to go in there. And we didn't miss anything out here, did we? Oh man, frame rate doesn't like it. Fucking hell, man, you're just gonna keep throwing these. I don't need this, not here. Get off me. Alright, yeah, I think I know where I am. Nope, that's still locked up, so... Like, somebody will know a solution, I'm sure. Somebody will probably catch this one day and call me an idiot, and by then I'll have wiped out the copy of the game and won't be in any sort of mood to play back here again. I will say, you know, I looked at walkthroughs and shit, and even trying to follow them, you just... there's like nothing. Using those as doors is too janky. I mean, I come from Buildland, I'm used to doors just killing you. Yeah, so nothing else appears. This area's pointless. You'd think this would open up like the area with the temple thing, but I don't believe there's... Don't believe there's anything over there. Like, I'm sure I've looked in a map viewer and there's nothing beyond that. Should we try to find that other portal? I don't think I have that key, but maybe I have. I'm a little bit lost now. It's starting to all blend together in my head. Oh, I just knew it. You just fucking know it. You know, I will admit there's a part of me that feels bad for canning hat in time. There's a little part of me feels like I'm probably missing out on something there. There's the other part of me that says, nah, I'll put those rules in place for a reason. Yeah, what a downgrade from Heretic this game is in so many ways. The expected route is so convoluted. This might be it actually, from memory. I think this teleporter might actually bring you out where you get the key that you need to get in this teleporter. I can't remember. There's something like that. Well, like, it's ass backwards, and I think it only affects if you play as the guy I'm playing as. Those aren't biffable. Seems they went with the bloat and padding strategy. Yeah, really fucking sad, because they showed quite a lot of promise with Heretic. You know, yeah, it was a Doom clone, but it was a pretty good Doom clone, let's be honest. You know, it wasn't a bad game or anything. Ran a bit too long, but... even then you could see the padding creeping in. Yeah, this managed to fall flat on its arse very quickly. And it's odd, because the first level in it handles, like, conventionally. Like, it shows they could do it. It was a small level. But, you know, obviously they could still make things that way, and it was some sort of choice. I think this is the weaker of the two games. Yeah, we've got the fancy moving sectors and that, but... What can you do with it? You know, you always wonder if he'd put them up to that, like try and prove our engine's like actually competitive. In any case, I think I'm going to call it here because I don't really. I think this is the point that I could get to, and there's just, yeah, I never found a way to progress. And even looking in walkthroughs and map viewers, everything just sort of suggested that it was impassable. If anyone knows any different, you know, seeing this after the fact, then by all means chime in and tell me where I fucked up, but... I mean, there maybe is some really obscure switch somewhere that I don't know about. That seems to be an integral game mechanic. And it's a game mechanic I know well, you know, just from building Duke levels. I have my whole target logic thing, and that is basically switches, but it's the way you gussy the switches up so that it doesn't look like you're just pressing switches. You know, you make something else happen. We went in that area up there was nothing up there. This, didn't that just lead us... I think, let's go through it and check. There's nothing over there. I know there's nothing over there. So yeah, it really is just this area and the swamp. And both of them have impassable things. Like I say, I'm sure there's a teleporter that leads to the thing we need, but requires the thing we need to get to it. I'm sure it's something like that teleporter that's blocked by the cave key. Somehow leads, even if indirectly, to the area with the cave key. And from what I recall, the actual cave key is on the other side. This gets a bit of the swamp, doesn't it? I believe is on the other side of the door with that requires the cave key. From what I remember. Maybe missing a bit somewhere there, but it's pretty much how I think it worked out. It's like an area, yeah, that's the return path over there on the left. You can sort of see up in the wall. That would be, I think, how you'd return. Yeah, we need a cave key. I don't have one. And as far as I know, it's on the other side of that door. Howdy, Gilhan. The cryptic stuff and suffering, yeah. Well, I won't likely be finishing this game, and I'm certainly not going to be sat here much longer. You might be glad to know, though, the long 3 weeks is almost up, so we will be, supposed to be this Thursday, but it's now looking like next Thursday. We'll be playing with the dysfunctional siblings again. But for now, we're stuck in this game, and so I am going to be getting out of here in just a minute. Because I really can't think of anywhere else to go. We have explored all avenues in the maps that are available to us here. We can't get through this cave key door. We can't get into that portal that requires the cave key. We can't go anywhere else in the starting hub. I don't know what these numbers are above the comments, by the way. I'm going to have to look at getting rid of those because they're pretty annoying. Most people want me to leave them there, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they do. It just seems like more blurt. It's like in purple there. My chroma key thing would probably wreak havoc on it. I can hear those swamp monsters just pelting the wall with projectiles. I'm steady a roll in the smoke, you know. Yeah, I don't know how to beat this. So the walkthroughs are no good, and when you look up the walkthroughs, they're almost always for this idiot, or occasionally this idiot, but never for this idiot. This like cleric guy. It's like everybody hates him. I wonder why that comes from. You know, maybe the hatred is from the game being bugged or something. It may just be. We've got a cave here. Where's the castle key we got in there? I can no clip if there's a cheat for no clip, but as soon as we do that, we sort of invalid it. I will do it. I'll do it just to check if my memory's right or if I'm misremembering. Doesn't matter. I'd have to look up the cheats though. Give me a moment. We'll look them up. See if there is, in fact, a no clip cheat for this game. I'm curious now. I swear the cave key is on the other side of the door that needs the cave key, but I may be remembering wrong. The half-life of paracetamol. I wonder why I was looking that up. I love how when you look up the system requirements for this game, it's one of those that, it's one of them. Maybe have something against Pentium, maybe they do. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. You know, this is a fine example of user interface inconsistency. On most screens, when you press the period key down, it gives you the symbols, but there it just gives us .coms and .whatevers, and there's no way to cancel it, so it's going to type it, and you have to come back out. And no, that just takes me to settings. Like, just in that one box, the interface is completely different to anywhere else on the phone. Absolutely crazy. Let's have a look. Considering, you know, the machines I played this game on back then, we're doing quite well for ourselves because, for fuck's sake, you know, I can tell you, loading this on like a crappy old Seagate budget IDE drive. Loading between these zones very slow. Full health, weapons, maximum. I'm not interested in any of that. Casper. Ah, there you go. It's Casper the friendly fucking ghost. Casper, he smells like toast. You might actually be able to smell toast. Don't they say that you smell toast just before you die? Or isn't that just before you have a stroke? I wonder if there's some truth to it, because if I'm very sleep deprived, my sense of smell gives up, and all I can smell is hairspray, and it smells vaguely like toast, I suppose. Let's have a look. We're not allowed to save the game anymore now. See where this leads. I'm sure I remember like a square room with... Ow. Could just use these up. Somewhere in this mess, oh, I swear there's like a square room with the cave key in. Let's have a look. Was this it? I think this might be it. It's not very square, I know. Pardon the memories. Nah, not here. Swamp men, they're kind of cool, you know. Well, so I do like swamps. As a swamp person, you know, somebody who lives in a swamp, it is pretty cool to see very inaccurate representations of where I live. Unfortunately, it does make the humidity very high, so I'm currently unable to evaporate sweat, and it's really warm, and I can't run an air conditioner while I'm struggling. I love how the phone's just there, not going to sleep, just loading ads from the... I wish people had stopped using fucking fandom. Like, you think Google's aggressive with advertisements, you ain't seen nothing. I should probably turn Casper off. Okay, yeah, see, I was on about this being the return path up in the wall, and that's that opening I was talking about. So my memory's kind of there. Like I said, I've only ever seen this in a map viewer, I think. I'm not really worried about that right now. Interesting, it cancels fall damage. So what are we... Yeah, okay. I thought it was in this area. Maybe it's not. Okay, of course, we got a switch there, but... I don't know. I'm sure it was in this area somewhere, but I mean, this place is huge. Let's keep looking for a moment. Nothing in there. Not that way. Alright. Where was I? Where was it that I went that led to that portal? There we go. See where this goes. See where it leads us. You know, you might as well explore now. An area I have never been to is where this leads us. I've never seen this. I don't know, I got no clue. There is something that when you die you may shit because... Oh yeah, I know about that. In Portugal there's an expression that people has gone... Yeah, they say it here when some... Usually refers more to objects than people, but you can use it for both, where it's shit the bed. Like if something breaks down, or if somebody is, you know, usually if you've not heard of them for a while, so I think they've shit the bed. Means you think they've died. So, yeah, we have it as well. I wonder which country it originates from, like whether that comes out of Portugal or whether it comes out of Britain or somewhere else, or did it develop independently? But yeah, I don't know, I swear the cave key's somewhere in all of that mess over there, but... Let's go and have a look. Should be able to just walk across here. The gargoyles look different when they first wake up. They've got like these couple of seconds where they don't look the same. There is a third weapon that you get in this map, and I'm sure I missed that. I don't know where it is. It's like the outway. So I don't know. Maybe the cave key is... It maybe is in one of these rooms, but it's tagged not to appear when you're playing as this guy, because it's things like, say, this weapon we're using at the moment would appear in a different place if you were playing as one of the other characters. God, this is going to murder my phone battery. Phone's just sat here, just toasting away. But yeah, I think that's us done here. I'll maintain my tradition of playing solitaire before we fuck off, but I don't think I can progress any further. If anybody knows any better about the game, let me know, but that I think is as far as I can go in Hexen. And I don't think I'll be continuing Hexen. I did say it's probably good for one stream. I think even if we could progress, it's too tedious of a game to be worth pursuing. Really is a bit of a step down from what they had going on with Heretic. Oh yes, let's not forget that Dave Plummer wrote the Task Manager somewhere around 1995, which is why, you know, it exists in my operating system from before. That fucking moron. He's one of the unfuck-offables, Dave Plummer. It doesn't matter how much you press don't recommend channel. His channel will always get recommended to you. It's like, I don't want to see that guy, you know. I want nothing to do with him. I don't... Like, he just irritates me, you know. There are a lot of people who irritate me. That guy definitely, he gets on my nerves. Yeah, I suppose YouTube was brilliant when they first introduced that feature. When they first, like, put the button in where you could make channels not appear. Like, it was actually really good. Like, the videos you would get recommended were relevant, like, to what you wanted to see. All of a sudden, it was like, geez, man, this is cool. Why didn't they do this earlier? And I can understand that it would sort of cancel them after a random amount of time. Like, say, every year, like if a channel's been on the list for a year, it'll start showing them to you again, just in case you change your mind. You know, maybe that wouldn't be such a terrible idea. A little bit irritating, but I could deal with it. It's the fact that certain channels just seem to be immune to it. And you can guarantee mine won't be. You can guarantee anyone who presses that on my channel, because the system's rigged to punch down, like, they can just, yeah, my channel's never going to appear to them again. You know, guaranteed. I don't like placing cards when I don't know. I might not even be able to finish a game of solitaire here. Of course, the good thing we have going with something like Hexen is at least I don't look like too much of an incompetent fool. Like when I play something like that. When I start playing new stuff where I haven't got a clue, like then I look like a total moron. And I don't mind. Like, I'm quite happy. I accept that. I'm quite happy to just lean into that. But sort of in gaming terms, I guess I'm like kind of like an old timer really now, aren't I? I think I've gotten past the. One day you could try some podgy relaxing game like Hocus Pocus, maybe. I have a list. I've lost the file that the list was in, but I can remember it, just not the order it was in. So we're slowly bludgeoning our way through the rest of the list over the next 2 years or so, until there's nothing left to do, which will come eventually. That's September 2027. That's probably going to be it for me on this platform. That's probably when I'm going to clock out, hang up the camera somewhere, call it done. We did what we could do. It wasn't enough. There's still a part of me that's tempted to just shit-can this channel entirely. If I don't get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year, I might actually do it. I might just chuck this channel in the bin. Oh, fucking hell. I think Hexen's frazzled me brain a bit here, I will be honest, because I'm sure this isn't as rough as I'm making it look. And my head's still just full of, like, endless fucking corridors of stones and shit. Berserker. There we go. Move that 5. Well, I can put that on now. Alright, that was actually a pretty good deal we had there. Thought I saw 7 in there, I did. I can get rid of that 6. 4 of clubs. Move the 3 of hearts. 6 of clubs. 6 of diamonds, not very useful to me right now. Get a red 5, I can move that 4 and put that queen down. That would work. This game's rigged. This game's fixed. And I think my mouse is dirty. Lousy solitaire. Luckily we know where all the other kings are, so we can actually put that down. So with that we know where the other one is safe to put that out. It's not going to interfere later on. We've got both of those now. It's not the right stack to be on. See, what do we got? We've got 2 10s in there, that's pretty good. But I don't think we've got a red jack. We don't. So we might have just hit the end of what we can do with the solitaire here, unless I can build that stack. I don't have a 5 of... Oh, I do, actually. Aha. Aha. It is doable, it's salvageable. We might actually be able to beat solitaire. So we can end on a victory. We can say we won at something. Stupid rigged card game. But we won at something. Look at the way the robot's animated. Oh fucking yeah, man, we did it. Piece of piss, it was easy. Nah, man, cool. But yeah, that's probably... If somebody appears and says, like, oh, there's this really simple solution to Hexen there, but I mean, you'd think after nearly 30 years I would have figured it out. Maybe I'm just that dumb. You know, I'll record a clip of getting past it if somebody has anything to offer on that. But otherwise, I don't think we'll see it again. Let's have a look. Something about doing 10 videos a day, but that's complicated stuff for foddling the algorithm. So most likely things will stay as they... Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the system's rigged. It's quite apparent. I don't even think, like, the count of videos are nailed it. I swear there's some sort of, like, flag that gets set somewhere. Just, yeah, this channel's, like, a lost cause. There's something funny that goes on with it. Because I see people fucking upstarts, you know, they turn up and most of them do worse than I do, but every now and then there's just one that the system picks randomly. I don't know, it just likes the colour of their avatar or something. It's all pretty weird. I've seen quite a few though lately where they actually just openly cheat and actually get banned. Like, they'll be blatantly cheating, like where they'll just start a channel, start getting hundreds of thousands of hits immediately, and then the channel just vanishes after a couple of days. It doesn't exist anymore. Which is pretty funny, you know, so evidently, like, playing illegitimately does backfire occasionally, which is good to know. Yeah, it's, I think probably... fucking robots. Most of the internet now is robots, I think. There's quite a lot of evidence to suggest most of what you're interacting with online is probably machines. So I think it probably is. But anyways, that'll do it for this one. We've been nearly 4 hours in. So I don't know if I'll be back this Thursday. I think my schedule's not going to work out favourably for that. I'll do it if I can. But if not, then I'll really have to mess about my sleep pattern and just make it next Thursday. And like I say, Cosmo should continue on Sunday. Like, everything's in place for that. So even if that 386 dies, I can just do it on another PC. So yeah, good night. I'm out of here. Thanks for tuning in.